are officially recording again.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
Yay!
to our stream. Which I realize now we didn't do any introductions or anything.
Yeah.
Because we don't
Can
care.
we edit this later? We'll edit this in post.
Yeah, it'll be done in post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it won't because I'm the one that knows how to do it in post.
We're professionals.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Full screen this
I
again.
volunteer you.
I unfull screen this.
Circus was like, yeah. I'm like, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Wait a
Yeah, wait a
minute.
I
second.
know how to do this.
Yeah. I think I'm the only one with Premiere Pro and
That would be accurate.
all of those too.
Yep.
I declare.
Okay.
I declare. This is my apple pie.
So as you, the five of you, 6 if you're counting Zorlai, make your way into the yawning, gaping chasm into what you believe is the Whispering Cairn. That low wind can be consistently heard as you enter that kind of. But it's a very deep sound, as if the wind is coming from somewhere much further within the Whispering Cairn itself. And as you pass out of the moonlight and into the cairn proper, you notice that the ground and the walls are what at first looked to be like rough-hewn stone, are actually just kind of decayed patchworks of masonry and bas-reliefs. And as you make your way further and further, you're about 20, 40 feet in now, and all around you is darkness except what light you have available to you. Being as how Envy can see 300 feet in the dark, you see, you can keep going if you want. That's how far she sees.
Jesus.
So she can
I can
actually
see
see
some cobwebs.
farther than that, but at the end of your vision, you see some. I'm not even gonna measure it. Hundreds of feet down this tunnel, this hallway, as it continues. White, opaque, just thick cobwebs that block your vision from continuing further. And beyond that, I want you to make a perception check.
Okay. Perception of 16.
Okay. Yeah, the webs to you seem like there's actually some sort of light, but you can't really quite place it. Like, you shouldn't be able to see them that well. Even with your superior dark vision, you can see them clearly as if there is a light, but you can't really make up much more than that. If we actually kill the lights, you can actually see. He
Oh, he glows. He's a glowworm.
Oh.
Oh my god, he's a glowworm.
Yeah, he glows little colors and they change.
That's
Yeah.
freaking amazing.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
Alright. So, Coben, you have a torch out and you have your hooded lantern. Okay, and the rest of you. Who's kind of helming this endeavor?
I let you all know that there are some cobwebs or spiderwebs far in the distance if we continue straight down this hallway.
Well,
Yeah, I had been initially walking, I think, the first one in, and kind of walking ahead of people, though I don't, go off on my own. I am walking maybe slightly in front of them, but I would stop as we enter the entrance, and then as she's saying that, kind of wait for
So,
Connor.
those spiderwebs are about 185 feet from you.
I don't see no spider webs.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it, because I don't see...
This is what Valen sees.
Yeah.
Aw.
I offer, with my inferior sight, to Check the walls for traps and stuff, because, I mean, I imagine with tombs like this, they generally want them to be protected.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Just in case we come across any locked doors,
8.
I do have a spell for that. It can't check for traps, but it will unlock a door.
So as you're scanning the floors and the walls, you notice that there's lots of small marks and paints and more or less what amounts to graffiti over the thousands of years that it's been sitting here, and you can't quite help shake the feeling that, like, every once in a while you get like just a little bit of a whisper on that deep wind that, like, it almost says, like, it sounds like it's trying to say like a word, but you can't put it together. Like, it's very strange. The like, you keep hearing that in the back of your mind. Well, you're physically hearing it.
Right,
Yeah.
that's disconcerting.
Yeah. And those, like, with like Cinder or Connor, with your superior hearing, you can hear every once in a while like a along with that.
I mean, I'm just gonna be looking to make sure that there's no dangers as we kind of proceed in, and then I'm probably stop about there and be like, so what's the plan, Connor? Are we camping? Are we going? I mean, honestly, at this point, we're here. Might as well keep going. It's not like it's gonna get daylight or darker underground.
Yeah, so as you're checking around for traps and you kind of peer around that corner, you see to the left side where this hallway splits off into a large alcove. Let me put you up there. You can see a crumbling, discarded, molded, like, cloth items, and as you kind of get closer and you look at it with your light, you can see it's a crumbling bedroll, and all around are, like, just discarded items. Glass bottles. There's graffiti all over the walls, and
How old?
make an investigation check.
That's gone well so far. Nope, rolling shit today.
Can
I
I
got a 7.
Yeah. What the fuck was that noise? What? Did you guys hear that? It sounded like a pop of like an electrical pop.
I think it was your sound effects.
No. It scared the shit out of me. I want to fucking catch on fire over here. Alright. Anyway.
Hey.
You could also make a survival instead of an investigation check. That'd be
That I
Another
would have a better
investigation.
bonus to.
Was that anyone or just her?
anyone that's
Why not the
inspecting
same?
the bedroll. No.
I'll roll the survival check.
I have no idea how old this is. It looks fucking old though.
16.
I'll make my
Maybe
way
60
up there.
years?
Well, Cinder, you know that it's not 60 years. It's probably closer, like, it's probably less than a decade. So, within 5 years, maybe. So, if it's about the time that maybe the teenagers discovered this area. So, more or less. What?
What'd you look?
19.
Wait, how long ago did the teenagers discover this
A
area?
few years ago, about 5 years ago.
And we're just now discovering it?
It's pretty rural, Diamond Lake's not a very big area, so. And, there might have been other people that come through here throughout the years, but this ain't modern times when somebody finds something the whole world descends on, and this is kind of local, like,
It's a local hotspot until
Yeah,
someone,
and it
the right
does-
person hears about it.
It does strike you as curious as to, like, why there wouldn't have been more activity, and
Yeah.
you do recall, Connor, you weren't here around that time, but Connor, you were. and you were around in the Twilight Monastery. People had been going missing for like about a year now in the area. But one teenage girl, ended up going into the hills and never coming back. They never found her. So that might be one of the reasons. Like, the kids don't come up here anymore. It's not like a hot spot for kids. Not like the other cairns are that are closer and less dangerous. But after that, people kind of just left it alone. Yeah. Yeah, they don't know what happened to her. But there's been lots of people that actually go into the Cairn Hills and just don't come out.
But yes, Vera, you make a fair point. We can probably continue unless anyone is tired.
I mean, sure. I think we're probably all travel tired, but
Been
I
a
could
few
go
hours,
for a
but-
while.
Onward.
At least see what we can see.
Okay. You guys just press forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Go
gonna
ahead.
keep looking for traps a good little ways ahead. I am gonna try to get a little more.
Make another investigation check.
So she's scouting a little bit ahead of ways. I'll hang back, but I'm gonna be towards the front of the group. Kind of just listening, keeping an eye out.
I'm not gonna use digital anymore. I got an
Okay.
8. I literally haven't rolled above a 10 digitally.
Wow. Okay. Where are you, Coben? As you're walking through.
I like mid. Some middle area of the group, I guess.
Okay. Envy?
I'll be back.
Connor?
I'll be up next to Cinder.
Okay. So, kind of like that. Okay. So, as this main 20-foot wide stretch continues into darkness, to your left, another set of alcoves open up. These ones much longer. And to the left, you see on a tiered dais. Let's see. Yeah, you're kind of like in the front with your light. Your lantern light catches the glint of what looks like really shiny metal or glass. And as you look closer, you can see that on this dais is a strange, broken piece of contraption with shards of what looks like glass laying everywhere. And I will show you what this looks like. Can you guys kind of see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's on the dais.
Yep.
So it looks like the tail has been broken off.
Yeah, it looks like. So on top of the dais, that looks like this was part of a much larger piece.
Is that the same tattoo that Vela has?
It is close, but no.
No. Like, wait a minute. Very similar.
Yeah, but what strikes you about it is really similar to something that you're very familiar with.
Oh.
And so anybody
Wanna
that's kind
message me what that is that I'm familiar with?
yeah,
Because I don't know.
sure.
I think maybe I know.
Want me to PM you?
Oh, whichever. I have Discord up too.
Okay.
I have all the things up.
You can message me too, because I want to know.
Get that on Discord.
Yep, yep.
Mochi finds what's on the TV screen very fascinating.
Oh yeah, I mean, sure.
Oh.
Yeah. So anybody that's inspecting or looking at this thing can
Absolutely.
make a history check, or Arcana, or Religion, to know what they know. To
I won't
see
roll
what
because
they
I assume I
say.
already know what I know.
Okay.
What were the options?
No more. than I know.
History, Arcana, or Religion.
I'm gonna go Arcana for 15.
Okay.
got a 14, but I have plus on anything, so or everything in that category. So
You got a what?
So you got
I
a
got
15.
a 14.
14?
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
And I'll just do history.
Okay.
I'll try religion.
Okay.
Do I have to be proficient?
No. So 14, what'd you get, Envy?
I got 2.
Okay.
That would be an 18 for all three of those.
Okay. And with 15? And you got a 14. Okay. So you Coben, Connor, and Valeth, you know immediately that they are historically significant. It's the patterns on them are part of some sort of common alphabet, and they're reminiscent of arcane symbols, but they're different. But all three of you know that the symbols represented in this broken thing represent like almost they look like the element air, if air could be written in like an alphabet. Do any of you speak primordial?
That's
Or-
up to you because remember how I didn't get primordial for being a monk
I
of
would
the.
imagine you do.
Okay, and I know we had customed it last time that I did.
Yeah.
But then yes, I speak primordial.
Okay. Yeah,
Though I already
so-
assumed this was associated with air, but yeah.
Yes. So this is definitely the What's interesting is although you speak primordial, you've never seen it written. It's not something that you ever write down, but you recognize this kind of alphabet as being like a prehistorical primordial alphabet. This would predate something like Draconic, even, or it's very very old. And you've never seen written primordial. You've heard of something like this being possible, but they don't write it down anymore. So clearly there's something going on. Anything above 15, so that would be Valeth and Connor.
I have, in my languages, I have custom language 2.
I don't know.
Can I say that I know primordial?
Sure.
Yes.
No, it's too meta.
Sure. It makes sense with his background.
But you gotta put it in there.
It sure
It
does.
Yeah.
never change again.
And once you do, that's there. So, looking over it,
Just wait till all the orcs come out and you didn't choose orcish.
Valeth, with your understanding of general, like, written language, like forging documents, signatures, how handwriting or writing looks in general.
Coded languages.
Yep, coded languages, definitely. You can see that this part of this glyph is not like words. It's actually it looks like it refers to like a single individual. And this part, this piece, you and Connor kind of go back and forth and point out little things and say, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." This on this apparatus, it looks like it represents or represented the seal of somebody very important or high-ranking. And so, what remains of it? So what you're looking at is like half of a name. And Connor, because you speak primordial and you understand that now, you get the letters or the beginning of a name, Ico, I-C-O.
It's a seal, or it's just.
It's like a signet ring or a signature or a glyph that
Okay.
represents
Okay.
some
So
body.
it's not like sealing someone, it's like they're sealed. It's their
Yeah.
moral seal. Yeah.
Anybody get higher than 20? Or 20 or higher?
I didn't roll because I know like part of what I'm here for is to investigate what this stuff means, so I assume I wouldn't already know what it means. But can I make the assumption, I guess, that maybe this is one of the dukes? Since I know about the elemental dukes.
Yeah, you can make a history check to see if Ico is one of the names of the Wind Dukes, or whatever the rest of this name is.
18.
18. You're not sure. Whatever this is, it's an original written form of probably Orin or Old Primordial, and it's somebody's name, but you're not.
Somebody of station.
Yeah, so somebody very high rank. As far as if it's one of the actual Wind Dukes, you're not even sure the names of the original Wind Dukes, but it could be.
The glass that's all around it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that look like it was part of the of the item that has now broken? Or
Yeah,
people have
so-
thrown glass at it?
Yeah, so these shards of glass, they look like black, smoky quartz, like mirror shards, and some of them are stuck to the inside of that frame. Very small pieces, but the majority of them are on the ground. And as you examine them, you've never seen a material like this ever. It doesn't look like anything that you've ever seen. It doesn't look natural. It doesn't look unnatural. It looks totally alien. Like, it doesn't look like a rock or a metal. It doesn't look like a glass. It looks like a shiny, hard thing. You have no idea what it is. And if you inspect it, it feels heavy like metal, sharp like glass, but like air passes through it. It feels like it almost doesn't touch you when you're holding it, like a shard. It's very bizarre. Yeah.
I want to find the biggest piece I can and take it with me.
Okay. Yeah, 2-3 inches of a shard of unidentifiable glass. So,
Smoky black quartz glass.
yeah, on the western end of the alcove, so that's to the right, you see a totally collapsed passage. This is full of packed debris, worked stone that has just collapsed over the years. It looks like it would take days or weeks to dig it out, but otherwise it continues on forward.
I think Cinder, seeing this object, she's not a very cautious person, so she's going to. I'll take a moment to switch into the stance of the air so that I can have maybe a better connection to this place.
Okay.
Since I'm in the stance of Earth right now.
Okay.
So yeah, she'll just take a moment and kind of concentrate, and like a kind of a gust kind of wraps around her for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of those gusts that are just constantly going kind of move around her, and then she shifts into that stance.
Okay. As soon as you do that, you all hear the words as that brief wind, that brief breeze kicks up around Cinder. You all hear the words, very faint. Icosia, Icosia.
Icosia?
Mm-hmm.
That's the full name.
Mm-hmm. That's my guess.
But the glass seems to mildly, very slightly interact with Cinder now. Any piece that gets within a couple of inches of her flickers and almost like casts her reflection just infinitely. Like, it doesn't react naturally to her. Like, it's reacting to her.
What if she touches it?
Just it. Like, if you were to look at the piece of glass, you would see your reflection. If she were to look at it, or you see her reflection, it'd be like tens of thousands of her. So it's just constantly shifting something about.
Huh.
And that only happened when she changed her stance.
Right.
Yeah, and like kind of what you saw her do was like just kind of concentrate, and then like this kind of breeze pick up around her. But noticing that kind of change.
Yeah, it's definitely it's clear. It's obvious that it's elemental.
Yeah.
This place is very elemental.
What do you do?
I think we're in the right place.
I'm concentrating more on my bond with air. I think this is responding to that. I wonder if it would do the same thing with Starlight. Because she had an elemental energy of air.
Starlight is a flickering between deep red and purple, on and off.
I wrote a strong connection to hair.
Hair.
I think except the time she was eating, it was eating his hair. So. Strong affinity for hair.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to reflect Starlight in any kind of way. Any particular way. Standard reflection. Starlight seems not at all interested in the shards. Kind of just chilling on the back of Envy. Occasionally, you hear kind of a as it mouths on a little bit of leaf or flower. Yep.
I'm gonna say we should continue forward.
Envy. You smell like wet fur.
Yeah.
As you're approaching this next section. Wet fur, a little bit of like if you were to leave like a chicken breast out for like 3 days. It's not quite rotten, but it's like sweet.
Oh my.
That there's something wrong up ahead, and you can see with your vision, if you guys can pan around if you want, but Envy can see ahead those webs about maybe 100 feet, if that, ahead, and there are bones and just like chewed bits of bones strewed about this whole area ahead. Oops, that's not the right button. Yeah, this whole area is just covered in bones.
There, I'll let you guys know. Like, there's remains, bones ahead. And it smells awful.
Okay.
That's not ominous at all. That's not fair.
You all hear a movement of stone, like tumbling rocks or debris, coming from ahead and to the right, and something is moving from ahead.
I am going to cover my lantern
Okay.
and kind of try to stick the wall and move forward. Obviously, I can't see super well.
Are you staying on this side of the wall or this side of the wall? Well, the left or the right side?
Yeah, that's all I can see.
Yeah.
So I asked Envy which side.
Did you want right up ahead?
I mean, if that's something you can do.
Yeah, I think I want to grab like a small stone, rock, or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and cast light on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then toss it ahead.
Okay. Light is 40-20.
Yes.
And
So I'm going to put my light out so that I can try and hide.
Okay. So that is the radius of light there for you.
And then Bailiff turned her light off.
Okay. Excellent.
So
Yeah, I think I will move.
how do I drive? B? Yeah.
Yeah, as she kind of moves up, I'm gonna keep a distance from her because I know she's trying to be silent.
Mm-hmm.
But I am gonna move about. Well, I can move myself.
I'll move there and then try and hide.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
I'm just gonna move there.
If anybody else is going to try to hide, roll a stealth check as well.
No, I won't hide because I want them to notice me, not her.
Okay.
I got a lovely 12.
If there is something there,
12?
I'll move up a little.
Where are these stats that I have here?
Alright.
And,
Yeah, Not like shouting or anything up, but I'm not hiding.
Connor, what are you doing?
Dirty 20 for a stealth.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop my quarters down.
And my crossbow.
Get
Crap.
rid of this cover thing. Dirty 20. Where are you at in relation to everybody else? Somewhere behind Vela.
2 over.
You have the control of the mouse.
I got it. Right there.
No, other way. Closer to the.
You can move it.
Yep. You have to turn it back on, but spent 20 minutes setting up controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you can see from that position. You can't actually see around that corner.
Can I just be like kind of hanging around the corner
Mhm.
and hiding?
Okay. Coben.
I ain't hiding, that's for sure. I'm ahead. Even though I have plus on the stealth.
Where are you going to be?
Well, there's light ahead now, isn't there?
Yep.
Mhm.
The whole room ahead is.
But I have a torch, so if I put it out, I can't reuse it out.
Yeah, you can, and it's only been an hour, so each torch lasts 2 hours. So
I guess I'll just put out my torch then.
okay, we can do that.
That's what you say.
That's what you see. You're in
Yeah.
darkness.
And the light ahead.
Yep.
I'm guessing this is like dim.
Yep.
Oof.
That means any dim light you have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks.
That's rough. I kinda wanna be like over here, so can I like put my torch out like right here?
Like you want to lay down your torch, or do you want to put it out?
I guess I'll just put it out.
Okay.
Because there's light right there, but I want to put it out like I also want to move here even though I can't see. So
I mean,
like, put it out
you're
like,
at the
after.
very edge, so yeah, you're in light. You're in very dim light, so you're at the very edge of that
Yeah, and then it's right here.
that light.
So I can still see that here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Envy and Starlight. Yeah, go ahead. What?
I'll hold like I have like a mini. Let me check, just in case. I have a light crossbow, so I'll just hold an action.
Okay, so you're gonna hold a crossbow.
Yeah, just in case we get attacked or something.
Okay.
I want to
Crossbow game.
move forward and cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Shalakalak.
Yeah, Shalakalak.
Shalakala.
I'm gonna have it out because there was movement.
Okay.
When do we feel like there? Or up further?
Up further.
Oop.
I'm not hiding.
Right there?
Oop, one more. I'm not hiding. Ain't no punk bitch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Neither am I.
So
Interesting.
Is your little glowing bauble coming with you?
Your glowing ball.
So coming around the corner slowly and investigatively is a giant wolf. This wolf is about as large as a horse, and he begins to kind of pad around the corner and immediately spots you.
Yeah.
With your 12 versus
Mhm.
13 passive. And snarls and bares its teeth, which are about the size of small daggers,
Oh, fuck.
but otherwise doesn't lunge, but growls
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
makes no kind of movement after. Coming up behind it are two more.
Oh.
Cool.
Through this kind of pile of rubble, there are 3 horse-sized wolves.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do? They are aggressive, but they're not attacking. They're all snarling, hackles raised, and these are not normal wolves, obviously. People native to the area, actually everybody would know what a dire wolf is. Like, dire wolves are large, unnaturally large wolves.
And the rest of us
I
can
imagine
hear
we
them.
have a lot of them in the right
But they're
wilds.
commonly occurring.
They are, you know what? Make nature checks. Yeah, nature checks.
The
if you
rest
wanna
of
know
us can
more.
hear them.
Because he can't see.
Oh yeah, you can hear them snarling.
Alright.
The snarling actually seems to carry on the wind that travels through.
I rolled the 5. I don't know.
You know?
I'm gonna move up
18.
behind Envy.
I may have fought them before, I may have seen them before, I just didn't bother learning about them.
Okay. Yeah, you just have line of sight to this one here now. So, anybody else want to roll a nature check?
18.
To 18? Okay.
I would, but my DB band's not loading.
Okay. Well, you rolled a 5 plus whatever intelligence is, so.
What's wrong?
I think it's
It's 4. You rolled a 4.
We'll just say it's 2.
Fucking like. Trade you.
Okay, so you know that although direwolves are not natural, they can be naturally born. They'll breed and they'll breed other direwolves, but they're more often made from the confluence of magical energy that they find. They become direwolves from magic that's in the area. So a normal wolf den can kind of rip into or turn into dire wolves, and often these dire wolves, if they're exposed to fade, can become like hellhounds or shadow wolves or stuff like that. So, and what distinguishes them, that you recall, is dire wolves themselves are pretty intelligent. They're much more intelligent than a regular wolf. And you can see that in their glowing eyes as they snarl at you. They're sizing you up.
Somebody else touching the thing.
I had not.
I accidentally clicked, but I should have stopped.
I was just trying to find the mouse, and it was. I'm so Cinder would slowly make her way up next to Bailiff.
Okay.
Like she's not raising. She has her weapon, but she's not raising it. She's just walking very slowly.
Yeah, I'm not
Watching
being
them.
aggressive.
They begin to move around. They almost begin to kind of circle.
Yeah.
I cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see, what would we put on here? I'm gonna put you, for now, I'm just gonna put Fire Shield on you, even though you're not Fire Shield.
Oh no.
But,
Mage armor is always a good plan.
so they're circling around, and they're snarling.
There's only 3 of them.
Yep. Only 3. Horse-sized wolves.
They're like 50 times bigger than me.
Right. So Bailiff.
Oh, and by the way, Starlight is deep red. Deep red.
Alright, I gotta like hide him.
And staying deep red.
I kind of like open my pack so you can like curl up in it.
Okay. So I'm gonna assume that Starlight is in your pack.
Very intelligent.
Right.
I think this might go poorly, but this is what she's gonna attempt to do.
Okay.
Unless you're about to do something.
No, I was just gonna talk to them.
Okay, go for it.
I mean, because based on the idea that Bailiff knows that they're magically affected and intelligent, I'm going to attempt to be like,
Bark, bark, bark.
no.
Bark, bark, woof, woof.
Yip, yip, yip.
Yip, 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 yip.
Y'all read Omega
Overexpose my
Verse?
neck. It's fine.
Oh god, no.
Right.
Are you the alpha?
I'm the alpha bitch.
I'm just gonna kind of step more to the middle. Still got my crossbow bolts ready, and I'm kind of, if they,
Yeah, the eyes flick to the crossbow.
and I just
They
kind
know.
of hold it up to the side. No aggressive movements. And I'm just gonna say, we are just exploring. Didn't realize this was a home. No need for violence. If we can just pass through.
Make a charisma animal handling check.
Oh god. Sure. Let me just do that.
What is your charisma?
She's like, charisma, what is that?
That good, huh?
I'm not a sorcerer. So with that, animal handling, I have +2. Charisma, I have a +0.
Two.
So 12.
So it would. Are you proficient in animal handling?
No.
So it would just be a charisma check then.
Oh, it's just, I don't get to add my
Because you're not
wisdom.
using wisdom. Yeah.
You're using-
Then it's a 10.
Okay.
Can I give her advantage
How?
by taking out a piece of jerky?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Disadvantage.
They're gonna eat you.
Okay.
And your jerky.
You just hold it up.
And saying, we would like to be friends.
Wow. And you never made a roll initiative.
One coming.
That wasn't my fault.
Yes, it's-
They were gonna attack me
Is
anyway.
my action still holding?
I'd like to roll an insight check
There
to
were-
know if that was what pushed it over the edge.
I think that's what.
No,
pushed it
no,
over
no.
the edge.
No,
I don't
no,
know.
no
They're an
need.
intelligent creature.
No need.
Snack. Go chase the food.
I was doing
No
that
need.
was nearly equal.
Yeah.
God
No
damn it.
need for
Yeah.
it.
I was about to
Like,
do
yeah.
some animal posturing, so I was like, well, this is either good or go bad or good. So
Yeah, you're like, oh, hello, Donkey Donkey.
yeah. I was gonna like
These are
bang my
those-
like try to do like a scare, like you do with like a wolf.
So this is how we're keeping
bear or
track of
something.
initiative.
Ooh.
This is
Ugh.
our initiative bar. Be down
I
here
like
for
it.
boss bars up here.
Is that an add-on?
Yep.
Ooh.
And so, let me get your initiative. So Cinder, what'd you get?
I'm gonna.
Ooh, hey.
I'm just moving it up a little bit so that it's
Sure.
not. My initiative is a whopping 6. Woohoo!
Wow.
Yeah.
Connor?
Roll it. 2.
That would be
Can you see how this is gonna go?
20.
dirty
Cool.
20.
Envy?
Alright, come back to me.
It's still working.
Coben.
17.
Valeth.
21.
Starlight.
Come back to me.
You're it.
His DVD's not working.
Yeah, it's not.
Do you need dice?
I have
Let me.
dice.
I
Are
can,
you
I can pull
using
yours
the
up.
app or the
Starlight got a
the
15.
website?
I think my initiative is a +2.
Actually, just click on you. Your initiative is +2. Yep.
Are you using the app or the website?
The app.
Try the website.
Well, he has to get the app to load for it to take him to website.
16 plus 2.
Unless
So
he
18.
remembers his
18.
logins.
Oops. 18. Okay.
Is my action still holding?
It is. So what happens is nobody is surprised, but just for sake of narration to get things kicked off, this wolf, at seeing the jerky, kind of sniffs in the air, and the other two almost simultaneously lick their lips, and it lunges toward Valeth, which sets off your held action.
Mhm.
So go ahead and roll an attack. And by leap at Valeth, I mean it's like it barely even moves. It's like a spider, a jumping spider. It's just boom, like right on you.
17 to hit.
17 does hit.
1d8.
How do you feel about mage armor?
I feel nothing without mage armor.
So the great thing about this
Major.
initiative system is that when it's a character's turn, it will select them to
no, I
see
think it
what
would
they
be less than my
see.
actual armor.
Which
Okay,
is
that's
really great.
That's,
Yeah.
So we don't have to select.
13
Go on,
plus
Mr.
your-
Wow, just 6 damage dice.
6?
It would be
Okay.
exactly the same as my own.
So
Because I have most.
you unleash your crossbow bolt, and it slams into the wolf, and it looks like it pierces the dire wolf, but it doesn't even make a noise. It's barely damaged. And Valith, you have a split second to react. What do? It is your turn, top of the round.
Well, cool.
Deja vu.
Whee. I'm gonna attack. Have, for mechanic purposes, have any of them taken an action?
An action in combat? No, actually.
I would just like to point out
You are actually the first to move in actual
Wait,
combat,
did
so
you
your
damage
feature would.
Okay.
I would just
damage
like
the one in
to
front of David for 6.
I would just like to point out
Didn't do anything.
they lunged at Valith, not
Because
me.
you whipped jerky in their face.
They lunged at you, not me.
Oh.
So, not my fault.
It was the jerky you said.
I feel like this is what he's screaming in the back.
Yeah. It's not my fault.
Oh! Well, they're not surprised, but I do get advantage.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shoot. Do I get? Wait. Okay. So because it moved, do I get disadvantage because it's now in melee with me?
It is within melee with you, yes. So any ranged attack that you make is a disadvantage, which means that you will not get sneak attack.
So what I will do is I will drop my crossbow
Okay.
as it jumps at me,
Okay.
and use my free action to pull out my short sword and dagger
Okay.
and attack with that.
That's your crossbow.
Cool.
Okay, I got this baby.
So then I get my sneak attack.
Okay.
Does a, let's see, 15 plus,
They're not people, so old person does not count.
so 20?
Monster.
That does hit.
Okay. That is oh, it's been a minute, guys. I know what I'm doing. Everything's fine. 8 plus 6.
I am very lucky that you were all here, because I have one offensive spell.
6
That is a cantrip.
points. 6. 9. 9 points of damage. The short sword.
Describe that again.
Hmm?
Describe what you just did again.
So basically, as the wolf lunges at Valith, I'm gonna just drop my crossbow as I'm grabbing my dagger and short sword and slice out at the direwolf nearest me with my short sword, and then with my bonus action I'm gonna stab with my dagger.
Okay.
Which,
Yeah, it actually looks pretty wounded now that you're slicing into it at such like a close range.
yeah. Okay. So with my so there's roll. I don't roll the second. Do I roll the second one with advantage with that feature, or
What is I don't remember the feature.
assassinate?
Let's see. Features.
So it just says that I would think so. You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Yeah. So you still
Nice.
roll with advantage.
Ooh, that's an natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
It's too bad it's the offhand. But whatever.
Make your offhand count.
Okay. So that's a 4. So that's 2. So what? That's 4 plus 2. And are we doing it with those rules, where it's max damage plus whatever you roll?
Yeah. So yeah, it's a max of the dagger, so that's 4, and then you roll another dagger.
And it's 2.
Okay, yeah, so 6. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, it lets out a grunt and a snarl, and it is bleeding from its wounds. It's pretty wounded. So,
And that's literally everything I can do without moving.
okay. You can.
I'm gonna move around it to flank it.
Okay, go ahead and move your.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna say that just for flavor, that I moved while attacking.
Mhm.
And
If you want to set waypoints while you're dragging, press on the square on PlayStation or
X.
X. Yeah, there you go.
Enjoyable.
Like, what the fuck does PlayStation, does Xbox have? I don't think PlayStation.
So you're gonna move there.
Yeah, I'm debating. Yeah, not technically. Yeah.
You see how it kept history of how you move?
Mhm.
Yeah, so it keeps your total. Yeah,
Wait.
and anything when it turns yellow, it would require an action for you.
Oh, I was like, why is like the light pulsating? But that was so cool.
Yeah, 'cause it's all I can see. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay, next up is Connor. See how it automatically selects him? Isn't that great?
That's great.
Nice.
Connor, that's what you see. You see Valeth slashing and flying over this dire wolf who looks pretty injured at this point. The other two are springing into action and will be very soon before they pounce.
So great. This is so great. I'm going to shoot the furthest one with Firebolt.
Okay?
Is that your one offensive spell that you have?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and roll.
He's a wizard.
The
Which
one
is why he hired a team of
The
adventurers.
wizard
Exactly.
Connor.
behind the one that Valeth is attacking.
It's okay, little wizard.
So this one right here. This one.
I hate the smell of burned hair.
Does a 12 hit?
It does not. So the firebolt flings past and smacks into the web behind and catches some of it on fire, but not a lot. Envy. Envy and
Go to the bathroom real quick.
Envy and Cinder. You both see shuddering movement in the web when the fire hits it. It's a big movement, but you don't see what it is. I'm gonna assume that he's done with this turn.
I would
Envy, it is your turn.
Okay, so what ones have been attacked?
one directly in front of you.
Okay, that's the only one.
Yeah, this one's been damaged. This one's been attacked.
But it didn't take any damage.
Right, so just this one's been damaged.
Okay, cool. I'm going to. Let's see. It needs to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
The one that's been damaged.
Yes.
Okay, that's not good. That's gonna be a 9.
Alright, so I'm going to twirl around my staff. At the ends of my quarterstaff, I have like kind of like metal tips, kind of like. And I'm going to bang it on the floor, and it's going to make like a ringing noise. I'm doing Toll of the Dead.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm gonna since it's missing HP, I'm gonna do there's 1d12 damage instead. And it's gonna do 11 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. Dang.
As like the waves of sound reverberate through its bloody wounds.
Yeah.
expanding then.
You see its flesh ripple, and you hear the cracking of its ribs, and those wounds that Valeth punctured into the side of this wolf erupt, and some of it kind of gushes out gore and blood, and it looks like it's on death's door. So that was your action. What else do you want to do? I'm going to assume that Starlight's just with you in your pocket. Okay, because he gets his own turn. So
Yeah, he's gonna be in this little hidey for now. And then this is gonna be I'm not gonna move. Actually, I will. I'm gonna move one to the.
Oh yeah, I turned down the sensitivity way down.
There you go. Oh no, I'm just waking it up. Just make sure it's connected. I'm just gonna move to the side there.
okay, that's it.
Yep.
Okay. Kobin, it's your turn. So you see all this happening. Actually, you
Kobin
hear
knows.
more of it than you see it, but you definitely see the action with the wolves. So what are you doing?
I can't see the other one on the left.
And by the way, that little shield icon is actually your character's shield defense feature that you have.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know. Fighting style defense.
Well, I can only see two. Does my movement get reduced at all because I'm not in the super light? So I can still see where I'm going.
Yep, that's exactly what you see.
And that's 60 feet of boom.
You have 60 feet.
No, I don't know how much I have actually.
No, you have
You should
30.
30.
30.
Because it just told you that you made that would be a double action.
True.
So right
Right
there
there.
would be 30.
Ooh.
You can finish off that one next to it in front of Bailiff.
Flank.
Yeah, you can tell that one's like.
Yeah, if you move 3 down, right, like right there, then you'll get an advantage. You can finish off that one.
Because it's more than. Because it thinks you're doing a triple action
Yeah.
instead of a backtrack.
How the hell do I fix that?
You don't.
Yeah.
Just
You
move
just
there.
drop your character where you want it.
Now you would have advantage.
Yep,
Yeah,
because you are flanking.
And winkage.
And so, just for clarification, if you were here, Valeth, you could be here, here, and here to flank still. So it doesn't have to be exact opposite with a large creature. So long
Oh,
as
so if he wanted
That's
to
what
move
it was.
forward another 5, he could.
he could, yeah.
Yeah, there was some special rules with Never remember what it was.
Yeah, I guess I'll just attack this one.
Okay, you have advantage because you're flanking.
Okay.
Finish.
14 plus 5, so 19.
That hits.
Yeah.
You pull out your double scimitar.
Yes, sir. 2d4. I'll just do this one on my phone. 1. Okay, I'm just doing it this rhythm. This one is just weird. Because it's not adding my modifier on it for some reason. What? 7 plus 6, so 13 points of damage.
It is dead.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason on the app, or like it doesn't add my modifiers to my shit, so I just let it roll in there.
Thank you.
And bodies automatically count as difficult terrain, by the way. So it'll actually automatically count it if you're walking over it. Alright, so yeah, you notice, Cinder, that he actually fights like a...
That was going to be my question.
He
Yeah.
has clearly been trained in the ways of blade singing.
Interesting.
Okay, so you have, let's see, that's it, actually. Unless you want to use an action surge or something.
Nah, I'll save it.
Okay. Boop. Starlight? Does Starlight want to do anything?
No, I don't even know what Starlight can do.
He's on your character sheet.
I still can't get it.
Oh, Cinder, it is your turn.
Wheel. Let's see. What I do is I click and I do this. Yes. So, Cinder basically runs forward towards this one, and she is going to attack with her quarterstaff.
Cinder through the darkness.
Oh! Yep. Kind of what I
See
expected.
a massive blue and white spider.
Okay.
Larger than the wolves.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm trying to remember how I do things. And how I have a life.
How does it work?
Because I feel like I used to make 2 attacks, then make 2 attacks. But no, I can't do that. Because I have to use it again. So, I am going to attack it with my... Oh, that was damage. No. My quarterstaff. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. And it deals... So I hit it with my quarterstaff for 8 points of damage, and then I'm going to spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows.
Noise.
How much damage did you do to it?
6.
Okay.
Pop, pop, pop.
Or sorry, 8. 8.
8.
I lied.
Alright.
Yes. And then, so she, was that counting it as... Oh, sorry, it should have been more than that, because it's versatile.
Okay.
Oh, it rolled the same exact amount, so no.
Oh yeah, because versatile would be D10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so she whacks it with the quarterstaff, and then she plants the quarterstaff, and she kicks it in the face twice. 19 on the first one,
Hits.
and 13 on the second one.
Second one misses.
So the first one is 8 more points of damage.
Okay.
And then because I have Stance of the Air up,
Yeah, you crack it across the jaw, and its jaw breaks, and it is still alive, but it is pretty wounded.
Can't bite you no more.
Because I have Step of the Wind up, and yeah, she would do it. She can fly 30 feet.
Whoa.
And so as she does, she kicks off that, she like kind of leaps with her staff and twirls over the spider, and it's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style, where it's all like slow. And then she like slow falls and like lands right behind it, kind of where she can, and actually one of them, where she can angle it like where she's there, and then she's also watching the spider though.
Okay. Yeah, the spider seems to be scuttling in toward its web, but like up the wall.
Okay.
To be making its way to the ceiling. And the ceiling's, by the way, about 20 feet high. Just
Okay.
so you know. Okay.
All my turn.
Okie dokie. That is fantastico. It is the wolf's turn. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. This wolf is going to lunge toward Valeth. And it is going to attack. 14?
Nope.
Alright. It's going to attack again with another bite. 15?
Nope.
Oh, damn it. Alright. So it lunges at you, but it seems to be distracted by the spider.
Yeah.
It keeps shifting its head, but it seems so upset about its slain companion or whatever. It lunges at you almost kind of half-heartedly, and then kind of shifts partly on top of the body. And then it is going to be that thing's turn, and then this wolf next to Cinder, this dire wolf, is going to disengage. And slink back, climb over a pile of rubble and rocks and debris, Maybe it's a den, and sits back there for its turn. The spider crawls up the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Watch her it.
It is now
20
15
feet up.
feet up. Can you, oops. You can see. Okay, good. It is now about right here on the ceiling, upside down. And I need. Actually, this is an attack. Yep, this is it. Whoa. Whoa there, Bessie. Oh, okay. Natural one. That's cool. A string of sticky liquid flies out at you, and you evade it easily using the wind to your advantage. And it backs up, crawls back another 5 feet, and seems to be ready for whatever is going to happen.
I do that cool like foot thing like they do on the rings. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little, yeah, the cool, yeah, dance thing. Okay, Valeth, it's your turn.
I'm gonna pull out all the cool monk shit.
Of course.
Right. I am going to attack the wolf in front of me.
Okay.
That is a 12.
That does not hit.
I am distracted by a spider.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And gonna
Oh,
use my
is that what it is?
Wait, even with advantage?
advantage
she
on
doesn't
my-
have
Soul's looking out of fire.
She doesn't have advantage.
Ah.
She's not flanking.
A free spider.
I am going to hit it with my offhand.
Okay.
That is not much better. That is 8 plus 5. That's 13.
That misses.
I am useless.
Cool. You gonna stay there?
No. I think I shall not. I would like to. Let's see. Oh,
Pretty dark in here.
yeah, I can't really see. I'm gonna skirt this way.
His skirt.
Skirty Kurt. Hurdy-gurdy? Are you gonna provoke an attack?
No, I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Didn't you swing with your offhand?
Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna take an attack.
Okay.
No, I'm just gonna stop. Oh, wait, he's up on the. I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay.
Just on the backside.
Okay. Excellent. Is that for you? Connor. It is your turn. You see the face spider on the ceiling. Well, actually, if it's on the ceiling, it would be 20 feet, wouldn't it? It would be 20 feet above on the ceiling. Oops, not 520.
520 sounds good to me.
That's anyway. Didn't update it.
Oh.
Well,
Well, hey.
And it's upside down on the ceiling there.
I'm going to shoot the spider.
Okay. With
Are both the is there only one direwolf left?
The
that
other one
you-
ran away.
That you can see, yeah. The other one ran to the right,
Yeah.
somewhere off.
All right.
Yeah, you might be on the other side of the cylinder.
Yep. I'm gonna shoot the face spider.
What's the range on that firebolt?
120.
Yep, 120.
Okay, yeah, it's 80 feet from you.
Does an 18 hit?
It sure does.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Do something. 1d10. Uh, 60?
Huh?
6?
6 points of fire damage?
Yeah.
Okay. That seemed to especially upset it. It did not like that. It shrieks.
Did I hit any of the web around it?
No, you did not.
Okay.
Firebolt is a little too specific. Is that so? That's your action. Are you going to move or do anything else?
Nope.
All right. So you release the flame into the ceiling. Yeah.
I'm happy alright where I'm at.
And this creature, this unnatural spider, lets out this weird, like wet hiss sound. And Envy, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to cast a spell
No, you're not.
at the spider.
Oh my god.
Does a 22 hit?
22. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot Guiding Bolt
Okay.
for a total of 20 points of damage.
Jesus.
Nice.
I rolled 3 6s and a 2.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job.
And so the
Cool.
next attack against it
Yeah.
has advantage.
Damn.
Yep. And now it sheds dim light.
Hell yeah. I approve.
It sure does. Dim light and how much?
Or just says dim light.
Oh. Okay.
Uh,
We'll give it 10 feet of dim light.
thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target. That's how they get advantage.
Oh. Oh, okay. Alright. And is that the end of your turn? The spider's not looking too happy, guys.
Yeah, I will stay right there.
I wouldn't be happy if I was this bad.
Coven.
I'd be rethinking this if I were those wolves.
Ooh, does provoke an attack?
Nope.
Nope.
It to leave its threat range.
Just consider
Sounds like
flanking?
it. Yep.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
there. Yep.
I'm gonna attack it.
Alright.
We'll take it.
Roll!
I'm gonna wreck it.
Wreck that bitch.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Alright, so your double plated Zipdar does how much damage?
It is 2d4 plus 3.
So it is 8. And then another 2d4 on top of that, plus 3.
Okay. 7. So 8 plus 7.
So 15 plus 3, 18.
And is it dead?
Well, let's find out. No.
Then I want to use my special action to attack again.
Okay. For the scimitar.
Yup.
Yeah.
Now it does a 1d4.
Did you, you need to roll the hit again.
Oh, I do? Oh,
Yeah. By the other side of the scimitar.
with advantage or no?
Yep. 'cause you're
Yep. Still
Fire.
fire.
Oh. Wait, I 15.
What?
15.
That hits.
Oh, and that does a 1d4, which is. Another try. Oh shit. I accidentally backed out of the scene. Hold on, it's loading. D4 plus. It's 7, another 7 points.
Yeah, it is almost dead. It is heavily wounded, but it is not down yet.
Damn, almost.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I don't think he can do anything else.
Alright, so laying into this wolf, it is clearly almost dead. The spider's not looking great either. Starlight?
Starlight didn't show up on my mobile app.
Yeah, he's in your extras tab. Yeah, he should be. I'm gonna assume he's not doing anything anyway.
Yeah.
So, Cinder.
Oh, it's
Well-
it's not listed as Starlight. Though.
Ithildil.
Uh,
Ithildin.
I probably have to.
Open the webpage.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna try to jump and hit the spider, but then I realized that a high jump is 3 plus your strength, so I'd be able to jump 1 foot. So I won't do that.
You might be able to just reach it with your quarterstaff.
Thing is, she wouldn't attack that wolf. Because the other one ran away. So what do you do with a Klondike bar?
What would you do for it? Like,
What would you do to a Klondike bar?
oh, you don't want to know.
That's a little baby.
Basically, like 2 action surges. The action surge is bonus, and then the special attack you can do like.
Little baby.
Could
bonus
I
attack.
attempt to get within 5 feet of, like, to get 5 feet closer to that spider, run up the wall, like do an acrobatics to like run up the wall?
Yeah, with the acrobatics check.
Okay.
I'd say DC 15 to get within melee.
Well, I'll try it. So she's gonna take a moment and go into. I'm gonna use a bonus action to go into stance of fire.
Okay.
And my acrobatics. Nope.
What'd you get?
I got a 10.
Okay.
So yeah, I just can't get high enough.
So you could still make the attack, but the attack would be at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try that. It has a 15-foot reach on it now.
Okay.
So, let's see. Attacks.
Yeah, so as long as you can get 5 feet in the air,
I mean, it's not
it would be in
gonna...
range.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing,
see.
but I can't. Yeah, I can't jump. So.
She's weak sauce.
Get you some.
So lowest of those was 15.
Okay. Then it hits. The AC is 13. So.
Okay.
Yep.
In that case, it deals.
Damn.
Just double check. So what she does is, just double check this. Okay. Is she partially runs up the wall and reaches and punches out with one of her. Well, actually, I guess she would kick out with one of her feet, and it seems ridiculous because it's like 15 feet away. But then this flame envelops her foot and reaches out to complete the attack. And she deals 8 points of fire damage.
Hell
It is
yeah.
dead.
Oh, well there you go.
Nice! Good job!
Yeah, it is incinerated, falls to the floor with a thud, kind of crumples its legs, shrinking.
Yeah, and she'll do kind of like a flip and land, not super gracefully, but she does land.
Yeah. For a moment, the spider like disappears and reappears and disappears and reappears as it's like struggling, and then it just suddenly settles on its form and just kind of dies.
Yeah, and I want to kind of like turn and then look at that wolf, that last remaining wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, fuck with us.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn. Join your partner in its cave.
Oh my god, no, you should
Go to bed.
You should have been like, you should have just taken the charge.
It's gonna take a disengage action.
I don't eat.
And around.
Run to the den with its friend.
Yep, if you can make it. Yeah, can we get this far? And that is its turn. Taking a defensive action for that guy.
Cinder's just gonna call out. I think we should just let them be.
Bailiff, it's your turn.
I stand down.
Okay,
I go over and I get my crossbow.
makes sense. Crossbow has been gotten.
I go back to the light.
Alright, Connor, do you do anything?
I'm going to stand between Cinder and Coben.
Okay. Envy, do you do anything? Combat? Coben, do you do anything? Combat?
I'll probably stand down and then relight my torch.
Okay.
So just relay your torch.
Alright, and then you guys will stay there. Okay, good. So we'll say that this combat is over. These two wolves are hiding, defensively cowering, but still aggressive.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Figure they might just stay in their little hole.
Yeah. That is just fine.
Whoop.
Peachy keen. Close the door window. Oh, too many tabs up. Ooh, all of her special underwear properties.
Can I give myself light?
Uh-huh.
You have to click on yourself.
Here, if you... Oh. And then...
I just want to turn my lantern back on.
There you go.
Cool. Perfect.
Oh, sorry.
God, why bet you guys have dark vision?
Because I'm a lame-ass human.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a human too.
Yeah.
You're not
barely
human anymore.
human.
Well, just the verdict, you're not human.
Wasn't my soda? Good thing this one's open now.
I kind of did 20 points of damage.
That was crazy. Good job.
Almost max.
Well, that could have gone better, but it also could have gone a lot
Nobody got
worse.
hit.
I know, but we ended up having to
Flowers.
kill the wolf.
Sorry. Part of nature.
I don't...
This time.
Well, we're not the predators that they usually have to worry about.
I don't think it would have stood down if we hadn't.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, you can at least still give it its jerky that you offered.
Oh, that's true.
So we can jerky over to that.
You're a half elf of your word.
For some reason, I feel like that's probably not the greatest idea.
You offered it to them, though.
I'd rather not provoke them again.
I feel like the answer was rather clear.
Yeah, they're
That they have
hungry.
other tastes.
They could eat their friend now.
Huh? Oh, I mean,
Either way.
big fucking spider. So,
I guess we're going through the
hey, does anybody know about these things? Do you know about these things?
spiders.
Sorry, my data log is on pause, and I don't know if I know about them or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
However, it went down fairly easily.
Well, I'm just curious if it has any, like, venom. Like spiders sometimes do.
Likely. Seemed to dislike the fire.
Well, it died.
More so than I would have expected.
You have a really good eyesight. You two do. Like Connor level. Which, I mean, obviously I know Connor. You guys are new. To me.
Most elves have good eyesight.
Oh, that makes
Or
sense.
actually, I should say most Aranai have good eyesight.
That makes a lot of sense. So does that mean you have twice as much as Connor because you're twice as much?
Perhaps. Oh, well, can see. I assume that as she carries a blessing of saying that satisfies your eyesight.
Yes,
It is one of her gifts.
It is.
What did I miss?
No, we were just talking about eyesight and how.
Trying to decide what we knew about phase spiders.
And also that Connor offered his jerky, but didn't actually want to give him his jerky.
What?
For the wolves.
Basically, Envy ribbed Connor about the jerky some more. Bailiff questioned everybody's eyesight.
Yeah.
I complimented him on having some gifts of Sanine, and we all wondered if what we knew about phase spiders.
Yeah, that is not what was said.
Yeah, but
Pretty much.
Okay.
Do elves have like some kind of like animal prayer that they do? Like, you know, like hunters sometimes when they kill an animal.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Depending on the type
If
of
you
elf.
want.
Yeah, put on the
Like
so
that,
it's-
you know, my stuff. Would I know anything? Or would they do anything like that?
I mean, it's not inconceivable that you would have been exposed to that. Although most elves that do that are going to be like the Shalaran, like the wood elves or the wild elves. But it's in general, elven culture is respectful toward wildlife in nature in general. So it's not. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna roll for something that you already know about.
Okay.
And if I fail it, you know what happens.
Yep.
While he's doing that, can I roll and check to see if I know what that spider is?
Yeah. This would be an Arcana check.
ooh,
Are saving throws D20s?
What?
Are saving throws D20s?
I'll
Yeah.
throw in
Yeah.
for that.
Wisdom saving throw.
If I don't meet a 10, then shit happens. Okay, I got a 14. We're good.
Okay.
And
10,
21.
21.
spider that didn't like fire.
Anybody else making a roll for the spider?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
need to be trained?
Was it nature?
Just Arcana. Just to see what you know about these types of spiders.
I got a 10.
I got a 2.
Got a 17.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, Coben, you know that
I
obviously
got a
it's
21.
obviously it's large and it's magical, but you don't really know much beyond that. However, Connor, you do know that it is called a phase spider. They are also kind of like dire wolves in the respect that they can breed and produce offspring by themselves, but are more often just giant spiders that are natural, that have been around temporal energy or like arcane energy or magic in general, and so they can be twisted by magic and all that kind of stuff. So
Magic in general.
it depends. Like
or more specifically, temporal energy.
it's more often like temporal or teleporting type magic. But you know what phase spiders are? They are spiders that are capable of entering the ethereal plane back and forth, and they can basically just ghost through walls or obstacles or whatever. I didn't get a chance to do that until
For
it
kicking in
died.
the face.
Yeah, but it typically they are ambush predators.
After because you know.
You would never know that they're there because you can't see or perceive them on the ethereal plane.
Wait, why didn't I have more HP then?
Because we kill it.
I mean,
You rolled really high.
Oh, no, finish. So, until, when you're done. That's what you're saying. Do I know, would a gust destroy those webs?
you don't think so?
Okay,
They'll probably
then I
have to be
will
cut or burned.
Stay in my stance and I'll burn them.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys are kind of taking a look around, let's see. Coben, you do notice off to the right in the wolf den, there are bits and pieces of items that are kind of laying around, but one item in particular is intact. It is a leather backpack It looks old, it looks worn, but it is intact. And next to that backpack is what you can see with your light. Let's see. Just at the edge of your light, you can see right next to the leather backpack is a dark blue purple, like indigo, glass lantern or lamp of some sort that kind of catches the edge of your torchlight and kind of catches your attention.
Okay, then I'll slowly walk over there and grab the two things.
I'm gonna walk.
Well, I won't
Seeing
pick up the
him
lantern.
walk, I'm
but
gonna walk kind of.
Are you sure you want to get closer to them?
if I wasn't sure, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, so as you make your way in here, they back up and they take a couple of snaps at you, but like warning snaps.
Yeah.
And you grab the backpack fairly
I'm not gonna pick up the lantern. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'll
yes.
pick up the lantern.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you don't have to go back.
Well, I don't know if it's a cursed thing or not, but I'll just do it anyway.
So
Oh, you're trying to be smart. I see.
Yeah.
the lantern is about this tall, about this thick, and it is a beautifully ornate, like twisted, almost air-like, air symbol-like design, and the glass is pure like indigo, and it looks like it wouldn't give off a lot of light, but you can see underneath there's a compartment that twists off, and you can put a candle or whatever in there and put it back up. But it's a beautiful lamp.
Do you have a candle?
Yeah.
And as far as like, as you guys are looking around, by the webs and all that kind of stuff, you see a lot of other corpses of other large spiders and creatures, squirrels. You see half of a dead bear.
Bayless just gave me a candle. I'm gonna put a candle on it and light it, and see if anything happens with the lantern.
Okay.
I'm gonna wander up here.
Just for future reference, if you truly need to reach into a dangerous area, I have Mage Hand. And I
Are you
could
coming back away from the holes?
pick something
I'm
up
gonna
for
stand
you.
next, it's still like right where I am.
That will be good to know.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay, well, I'll come to you with the candle then.
Okay. But then I'm
So-
gonna light up the lantern with the candle.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Your light from the lantern illuminates a very palpable, like indigo light. Pretend that's indigo, because it's hard to get indigo on RGB.
I feel like that could be useful here.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it will show things that we cannot see.
Oh yeah, did I roll good against these wolves or not?
You
I
said
can't
it's
remember.
quite well.
For what?
I think this
For
will
the
show
knowledge
things-
on the dagger wolves. I don't think I did.
I think this
I
will
don't
show
think you
more
did
than
either.
our eyes can
But
see.
shared knowledge, you know what people know.
So they're mad.
They are magically made, but they're not inherently magical creatures. So they're a
They're
byproduct of
basically
magic.
a corruption of magic. The arcane into a natural.
Okay.
They're the after. They're the three-eyed ducks of
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Well, the main reason why I'm asking is because I wonder if this light will affect them somehow.
You can certainly try.
What
Well-
are you thinking?
One,
It's real pretty.
Perhaps we
It's
should
colorful.
press forward.
yes.
I'm going.
But first, I'm gonna check what's in the backpack.
Yeah. While they're doing that.
I want to see what's in there.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better. That's too much.
I think I can just do.
And then I could
The other way was better.
Well, why I say that is, as soon as you close the lantern without light in, the flickering of the flame stops, and the whole lantern lights like magically and gives a very consistent, constant indigo glow.
Does it have a certain duration or?
You're not sure. I mean, a candle lasts for about 2 to 4 hours. These candles probably about 4 hours.
Okay.
So, but the fact that a candle only sheds dim light in like 10 feet.
Mhm.
This being put in the lantern sheds as a normal torch would. So it's obviously magical in some way. It's amplifying whatever.
And I'm just gonna clip that on my belt.
Yeah, candles are super cheap. So,
I'm just gonna clip it on my belt and then search the backpack.
although you do owe me 10 gold.
Of course it is.
Wow.
Right, how much is a candle though?
Light color. That's
Are
what
you
it
trying to
is.
scam me?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Did you find out what was in the bag yet?
No, no.
No.
On that note,
Because,
you still owe Connor. You still owe Connor gold from the last time when he lent you some for a startup.
I think
That
all.
was a gift.
I
Told
think.
me that was a gift.
I think all your debts will be
Taxes,
paid after this
A
mission.
gift of my presents.
All your debts are gonna be paid, considering they're giving you 200 gold for this.
I don't have any debts. But yeah.
where did it go? Hold on. One moment. I'm
So how long have we known each other then?
We can decide that.
Okay, because that will matter about what I was saying.
Okay. Well, that's up to you. It really depends on if I knew you at the same time I knew Belle, or if I met you after. Well, how long has she been missing?
I don't know exactly how.
Okay, so in the
How
back,
long have you been in the freezer?
you find 3 sets of traveler's clothes stuffed in, about 2 weeks worth of very disturbed and destroyed rations. They're no longer good.
So no rations.
No. You find 10 pythons, a small hammer, no rope, but what would have been rope, and a potion of healing.
Mhm.
And who's searching through it?
Me.
Okay. In a very small flap, almost like it was tucked away or hidden, you find a brilliant silver ring that looks like a series of feathers that are interlocking.
And was it just a normal potion of healing?
Yep.
And then I'll probably just leave. I'll probably take the brilliant silver ring, the potion of healing, and then dump everything else out and just take the backpack.
Okay.
Is the backpack? What's the condition of the backpack though?
It's seen better days, but it's still usable.
Okay. Then I'll just keep the silver ring and the potion of healing.
Well, I'm gonna take the pythons.
Yeah, you can have that.
I'm gonna walk towards the wolves a little bit and say, very sorry for the death of your friend, and just kind of fling 2 pieces of jerky in their direction.
Okay. They ignore it and growl, but otherwise don't attack.
I'm gonna start punching some web.
Okay.
And actually, I take that back. What I'm gonna do is, you know those, I'm gonna put away my staff, and I'm take out, you know those little monk weapons that are like 2 little daggers connected with a chain?
Yes.
Since I can do, like, unarmed strikes can use monk weapons,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna start spinning those, and as I do, the flames from my stance will lick up around them,
Mhm.
and I'll just, like, kind of use that to kind of hit away these webs.
Okay.
So I deal my monk damage worth of fire damage to them on successful hits.
Okay. So yeah, you begin to make it a little bit further, and then we'll say you're about there. Still, and it's thick web.
Yeah.
And it's not a natural web. That can
Yeah, I'm just slowly kind of burning through it as they're looking through backpacks and throwing jerky at wolves.
Envy, you're over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there. What's over there?
Antagonizing wolves.
And yeah, I move away from the wolves
Yeah, kind of.
towards the
Your light spell that lasts for an hour. Are you gonna keep it there?
Do we need the light anymore? We're gonna carry it around. It lasts for an hour.
I mean, it could come in handy.
So
I'm
yes.
gonna pick
no?
it up and wrap it in a piece of one of the traveler's clothes that we found.
Oh, the
So
light,
it's-
the light rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have it for the next hour in
Yeah.
case we want to use it again, but it is covered right now.
Okay. As you approach this area, you see on a raised dais this whole area, this back area of this chamber, raised up about 5 feet, is a painted but pretty faded fresco so it's painting. And as you look at it and you take it in, it gives you the impression that you're standing in a chamber with 7 exits, like tunnels that go off into darkness. And each exit has a faint colored light. On the far left, there's red, and then orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Yeah. So there's 7.
Okay.
That's the whole fresco itself. It looks like, you don't know how they did it, but it looks as if you're standing, and it's painted in a way that you can see these other chambers. It's very strange, but very well done. It's very faded, but it is more or less intact. This would be a very valuable historical piece of whatever culture is here.
Okay.
So,
I'll make note of it.
actually, you can go ahead and make a history check. Oh, you actually can't see the colors, so as you would need to get the light closer. But as the light pours onto the frescoes, you can see the colors of the lights. Because if you see from what she sees, it's all black and white. So,
Dark vision is black.
Okay, so I got a 9 for history.
and I don't know what culture this is attributed to.
I will make note of it.
Are you gonna say anything about it?
We're gonna try a thing.
Yeah.
So we take the candle out and snuff it so as not to waste it.
Okay.
And we take the rock with the light spell and we put it in the lantern.
The lantern glows the same color.
Same effect?
Yep.
Same in the lights. Just doubled our timetable.
So that means that
Noise.
So now when the rock goes out, we can put the candle back in.
wow.
Or just
Just
relight the
group you all
rock.
up so I can move you easier when you guys decide to do what you're gonna do.
So what's over there?
Well, as you guys are kind of fiddling around with this light,
Oh, I'm
and
fucking
she's
hungry.
and Envy is looking at this beautiful fresco, Cinder is busily chopping away at the
I'll just fuck you up.
webs. Finally, at about the time when you guys kind of converge and get done doing what you guys are doing, oh, Coben, you didn't take any damage. I don't know why it damaged you. So let me go.
Yeah, did he cut himself?
You have finally broken through the
Okay.
web, and from your vantage point, the hallway continues
Onward and onward.
onward and onward and onward. But at the very end,
Oh.
keep going.
Oh.
You see a very subtle green light, and you realize now, Envy, that the light from that green that was ever so faint from your vision was kind of backlighting the web, and you realize now that's where the light was coming from the web. So clearly you see the hallway opening up into a large chamber ahead, dozens of feet ahead of you. What do you guys do?
So we've all seen the fresco at this point.
Yeah, if you guys want to take a look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
I could take a look at it with the lantern.
Yeah. If you hold it up like just a second, the lantern color, that deep indigo, which shouldn't, if you know anything about light, you can't really have an indigo light. Light can't emit in like certain colors, but this seems to emit indigo, and that fresco mimics that very same color, just a very faded in part of the chamber. Yes.
Connor says, that is exactly the kind of thing we're looking for. Anything magical or anything that looks like it has historical significance.
Make a history check, Connor.
Tell me right away.
Cinder will snuff out her things and come back and switch into the stance of the air again and come back to look at this fresco.
That's the reason why I'm here.
Now that it's been
Yeah.
You can make a history check too if you want.
pointed out
Yeah.
and glow. It's glowing with this indigo light now,
It's not glowing.
or
but,
just the indigo section is glowing.
It's not. It's the fresco is not glowing, but it's
He
the
would-
same light
he
or
would've-
color
he wouldn't have
as the fresco via light is.
I see.
So,
affiliated.
what'd you get?
I rolled a natural
Good
one
job.
Cool. I mean,
for a total of 6.
okay, yeah,
I got a 16.
16. The style is very reminiscent of like Dragon Age 2 style-esque art. So it looks really out of place and very old. So it's the art kind of reminds you of like elven art, but it's not elven. It's like a mix of elvish and dwarvish, and clearly it's a different culture than you've ever seen. It could be Viati, probably Viati, but you're not sure.
Is that what we both get?
He's not sure.
Oh, okay. But that's what I get.
He rolled a natural one.
Before we, when we make camp, before we all go up to, before I take my rest, I would like to cast Identify on that, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Before we,
Yeah, not right now.
Do you hand it to him
Does he have to like hold it or anything?
to identify it when he's going to?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it is feathers that are like intertwined into a
No,
ring.
not the ring. The wait, do you know
Oh,
about
the
the ring?
lamp or the ring?
the lamp.
He's the only one that knows about the ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sorry.
Well, him and you were there when he was looking through the
Yeah.
bag.
I don't know who knows about the ring. That's up to you
I
guys.
have it.
Okay. So, you're talking about the lamp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's a beautiful lamp.
Did we press forward?
Is there a genie in it?
I don't know.
Nope,
Rub
but
it.
there's a rock in it.
Yeah, the rock kind of clings around.
I'm gonna switch into my stance of the air again.
Okay.
And return to that stance now that I've fired the web.
I'll actually show you
Well, I
like
should probably start working. Oh,
what this lamp looks like a little bit. Don't read it.
Do I feel anything different from the lamp when I'm in the stance?
No. Nope, I didn't. Oh, there we go.
It's doing it. Ooh, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
Angela is like, oh, give me that.
Yeah, but it's indigo and not blue. So,
that is so cool.
so go ahead and
Cinder's
Press-
just like, it's a pretty lip.
B
Yeah.
or circle.
Close
See
it
if
before I start reading all that crap.
Yeah, close it. Alright.
I saw the gallery of summon, and I'm like, oh, stop looking, stop looking.
Yep.
I can't
Alright.
read it from here.
So what do you guys do?
They're blind.
I'm indicating we should probably head down the thing, but I'm waiting for them to start moving.
I was saying how we should probably start working on the web, and then I realized that Cinder was
That's
done.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see just the smoking little curls of it.
Yeah.
Was
There's like a
job.
nice tunnel through it.
Did you identify it yet or no?
He's gonna
No,
do
he's
that
gonna
when we
do that
rest.
before we sleep. That way he doesn't have to waste.
Because it takes him 10 minutes or a spell slot.
He doesn't have to waste time on it.
People are being indecisive. She's just gonna start going.
Well, let's go.
That's all I'm doing.
Alright. I will move y'all.
Thank you.
Stairs, step down about 5 feet into the chamber, and inside, on the floor, you can see very subtle air glyph motifs spiraling around this whole chamber. In the middle of the chamber is a large sarcophagus. This is clearly bigger than a human's sarcophagus. It's about 9 to 10 feet long. And looking at the sarcophagus, I'm going to put you a little closer so you can actually see it. And you can zoom in if you'd like.
There are those 7.
Is there anything in the historical text about the physical aspects of the body?
That you would know? No. It's pretty vague. Experts might know.
How long ago
Aliston,
did the Audi live?
oh,
Thousands of years.
yeah,
Okay.
like tens of thousands of years.
Right.
Long before even the Therans. Yeah. So, Yeah, so you see on this sarcophagus, which is raised about 6 feet off the ground, and it is shaped like you would expect a stone sarcophagus, but at the one end is an arrow type shape. And on the floor, there is a ring of air glyph motifs that kind of circle around the floor, right? And the figure that is carved on top of the sarcophagus is bald and seems to defy any kind of gender. You can't tell if it's a man or woman, but it's clearly like almost perfectly preserved. Tall, long figure, muscular, but yet no gender. And it looks like this is actually to size, so this individual would probably be about 7.5 feet tall.
Wow.
Okay, now we simply must open this.
Why exactly? Is there gold inside?
Oh, and also the rest of the room. Sorry. So
Yeah.
there are
I thought you didn't want to disturb the dead.
Yeah.
there are 7 kind of alcoves, long hallways or alcoves, and each of them end in a hanging lantern. All of them unlit. One lantern, the lantern on this side, is missing, and so is the lantern on this side. So these 2 lanterns are missing. This one and this one, right?
Perhaps.
The other ones are still hanging there.
And this one's lit.
Yep. And the one at the very north side is lit, and it is giving off a dull green kind of glow. Underneath every one of these lanterns is a circular pattern or motif, like a circle cut in the floor of some kind. So,
I think.
Does the layout here match the fresco?
perfectly. Yep.
And the green is in the same place the green on the picture is. Okay. Is there one that matches the lantern that we have
The indigo one, yep, which would be this one right here.
that's missing?
That's
Yep.
missing. One of the ones that's missing.
So, I look at COVID and I look.
But 2 is missing.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe this will help. We should try hanging it up.
Okay. You want to do that?
Mhm.
Okay. Dim your light here for a second. And boop. So as you hang it up, the light is. They all dangle from 10-foot chains that are kind of affixed to the ceiling, and they dangle down to about 8 feet off the ground. And so you just basically just kind of hook the very top and let it hang, and the indigo light just kind of pours nicely. Did you have your bullseye lantern lit again, or no?
Yeah, if we put the lantern there, I'll light mine back on.
Okay.
Do we know then, based on the fresco, what color is missing on this one?
It would be probably red.
The red one.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen any other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start lighting them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
While she's doing that, ooh.
One moment. This thing
Shouldn't we
needs
wait
to
to
actually
get
be
the
about
other
right.
lantern before we
I
light
just
them
want
all?
to check if.
I say, that's a really good idea as I light the next lantern.
And that was the only lantern he saw in the den.
Yes.
Yeah. Which one do you light next, Bailiff?
Was there okay? So I'd like to. I feel like this is some kind of ritual or something. My thieves' brain is like there's some kind of. I'm worried there's a trap if I don't do this right.
Maybe some kind of puzzle.
Yeah.
Gotta ask, is anything in my history, like in my monk tradition, match along with this? Like, Angela keeps thinking, ooh, it seems like chakras, but or frequencies, and then but with Cinder, I don't know if that is a takeaway of that tradition.
Yeah. Not in your particular monk tradition.
Okay.
But Connor could tell you without even rolling that oftentimes the schools of magic are tied to colors, but there are 8 schools and only 7 colors, so that could be a correlation.
Yeah.
There's lots of tradition that goes with colors per planes.
Well, necromancy is one of the colors, right? One of the schools of magic?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if...
Can we tell what color these lights are before we light them?
Yeah, if you approach with a light.
I'm not a scholar, but if they did mimic the schools of magic, then a dead body could easily symbolize necromancy.
Okay, so I mean, I'm not really the Connor. You're the magey schooly type. So like, what order should these be lit in? If we were going in order of when these magics were born, maybe.
And
Or-
just letting you guys out of game know, it's Roy G. Biv from here.
Mhm.
Roy G. Biv.
Okay.
Yeah. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
And and red's missing.
Yep, red is missing.
Hmm.
Yeah, Connor, make an Arcana check.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna kind of look around or look through my pack or
Well, can
I don't know, look
do that?
to see if anybody has like a red bottle or something. Anything
Okay.
red, like red fabric,
19.
something that could cast a red glow.
19.
Make
If there is a connection to the schools of magic, you've never heard of anything in particular order.
I could possibly roll Arcana too because I did the whole magic thing.
I mean, you are trained in magic.
Boy.
magic is weird.
Does anybody have any red bottles like Cinder
I've
said?
definitely done that shit.
Well, we all have. Did we all start with potions of healing?
Yes.
If I hold a light up to a potion of healing, does it cast a red glow?
The light is red, but it doesn't cast
The same.
a red glow. Like, it doesn't create red light. Yeah, it's not the same caliber. You could try it though.
What if we dropped a stone into a potion of healing?
That'd just be a waste.
Right, so that it was filled with that.
So that it was surrounded.
Did you light any other lamps?
Yeah. If I wait for them, and if they take too long to give me some kind of input, I just
Well,
start.
I just shrug. I gave you all the.
Yeah. No,
Reason I
I'm
can
talking
think.
about the scholarly
I
one.
did say I'd prefer to wait till we found a red one so we light all of them, but I mean,
Where would this red one be then? We've explored.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Maybe
she's
there's a
lighting.
secret passage, it's a tomb.
While you guys
Maybe
talking
by
about it,
lighting
I just start.
So they're all lit now, and there's one.
That
missing
or it's
lamp.
in the coffin.
And nothing happens.
Nothing happened.
No, they're
And
just
I'm looking as
beautifully
I'm
lit.
lighting each of them. I'm like, this is so pretty.
So you're just gonna wander back.
Is
to
there
the mirror.
another one, a red one, in any of those alcoves, or anything in those alcoves besides the lights?
You're gonna wonder where.
Back to the mural,
Okay.
the fresco.
I go with.
Yeah, while she's lighting the lanterns and stuff, and like seeing that nothing's. I don't know. She's gonna go back to there. That's
Nothing's
the only
really
thing with
happening.
answers.
No, that makes sense.
I
Valence is more about like just
Yeah.
fucking with it until it breaks.
Can I make a perception check to make sure there's like no hidden doors?
Sure. Okay. So as you're you're lighting the lanterns and you're looking around, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I got 8.
You got an 8.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be an investigation?
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Secret doors, he said.
Oh, that would be an investigation check.
I'll aid you in that so you get advantage.
Yeah. Put you in your perspective where you are when things happen.
Well, how much
Okay.
or what's your modifier in investigation?
Zero. Zero.
I have 2 if you want to help.
So you guys are looking around for secret doors.
Yeah, I have a 2 mod and he doesn't, so I'll just go through
As you're lighting these and generally being careless,
19.
but great, you notice in this alcove, the ceiling extends beyond your torchlight and beyond the light of the lamp that you light, the blue lamp.
But none of the other ones did?
No, they all end at about 20 feet to 30 feet. Actually, say
That's the violet.
that's the blue. So you notice that it extends beyond your torchlight, so you can't see beyond that point, beyond that 40 feet of your light. But it obviously goes up. I don't feel good about that. And as far as you two making your check, no matter what you rolled, it's not going to be good either way. But I'll remind you that at the base of every one of these are circular designs, air glyphs that looks as though that perhaps part of that floor right underneath the lamp moves in some way. So you don't know why or how, but
Second.
yeah. And so you find that, you guys are finding that, and where you guys are at right now in the indigo light.
Did you say anything about the glyphs?
What glyphs?
You
We
all
saw the glyphs on the
we all
floor.
saw the
you all
glyphs.
see them.
Yeah, we all saw the
Oh,
glyphs.
Yeah.
The air symbols on the floor around the coffin and the ones in front of each of the, or below each of the lanterns.
In this general area, while you were lighting it, there's debris kind of scattered around all the floor, like there's little rocks and other things. In this particular section, you actually notice that like some of the debris looks like bone shards, and like there's a lot of debris and like old bones that are just kind of crumbled in this area.
What if I look up?
Yeah, you see the ceiling about 30 feet ahead. But they seem to be like piled around where the indigo lantern was is hanging now. So
What about the coffin?
Hey guys.
and as far as when you two went back to the fresco,
And I'm gonna light. I'm gonna like. She pulls out a torch and she like just snaps her fingers and it lights.
all right. So yeah, you see like because you can see it in black and white. It is exactly as if you were standing in that room, as if you were looking, except that the coffin's not there, but in the mural it's not. But it's exactly like to perspective and everything. And as you light the torch, you notice that like it's exactly how you left it. You see all the colored lamps, even the one that's missing. It's still red. You see it. You don't get any kind of.
And if I touch it, do I feel like any incantations or anything where the lamps are, like on the fresco, like particularly like the red one or the blue one?
Yeah, as you reach your hand out, and it feels like just stone, touching you really delicately because it's old, but yeah, nothing happens. You're not sure.
I don't suppose you can speak with animals.
Say again?
I don't suppose you can speak with animals.
Unfortunately, no. Yet. Well, I think we should go back and take a better look at those glyphs on the ground.
True.
I stop lighting as soon as I see the ceiling empty, and I'm just kind of looking up at it, and I hollered for people to come look at it with me because my eyesight's not as good as theirs. I'm just waiting.
I make my way over there.
Okay. So as you two are coming back into the main chamber, you still hear that kind of,
Yeah.
and then every once in a while, there's some other name that's whispered, but you can't really quite make it out. And as you step down the 5 feet down these stairs, you realize for the first time it's actually dead quiet in this chamber. There's no wind.
Nah.
I want looking at the glyphs around the coffin. Did they spell out Ecosia?
They spell out another name. They spell out Zosiel.
Zos.
Z-O-Z. I'm sorry, Z-O-S-I-E-L.
Z-O-S. Oh, that's how I spelled it.
Can I tell if the glyphs are pointed in the right direction?
You can tell that the sarcophagus is allayed in almost like an arrow pattern. And one thing that you now notice about the sarcophagus as you're really investigating it, it is on a circular dais that has the glyphs around it, right? It's a perfect circle. One of the hands is missing a finger. And It is its right hand. It's missing its index finger. It's been torn off or something.
Shit. It's probably in that rubble in the wolf den.
It's missing which finger?
Its
Index.
right index finger. So it would be this finger right here.
Oh, like the one that would hold a ring?
It could hold a ring. Yeah,
Like a ring finger. Maybe not.
maybe. And you also notice that the sarcophagus is, despite on the map, it is perfectly aligned to this tunnel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder then. I want to go look at the glyphs in front of below the lanterns.
Okay.
Do they spell out Ecosia?
No, they don't. They actually don't seem to spell out anything particular. This orange one looks, for lack of a better term, decorative.
Like you couldn't move or turn or do anything with it.
Make an investigation check.
3.
If it does move, if this orange lantern moves, no mechanism is found here to move it.
The glyph below it.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah. However, as you are inspecting,
Yeah.
as you said that you're inspecting the other ones, this one, however,
The
does
blue one?
have a yellow
Yeah.
one. Sorry.
Oh, the yellow one.
This one does have right around the glyphs a very small seam, as if the floor or something moves. There's no mechanism that you can find, not with a 3, but
Yeah.
it does move, or it could maybe. There's some difference there.
Something.
Anybody?
So what'd you find there, Cinder? What are you thinking? I mean, there's a giant hole in the ceiling
In the blue tunnel.
in the blue tunnel.
Has Envy looked in?
Can I go and look at it? And go look up
Sure.
and get crushed by falling rocks.
Yeah, so as you enter the blue alcove, you see that, you can see why she didn't see it, because about 80 feet up, toward the very top of this ceiling, there's another hole that goes to the west, as if you'd have to either fly or climb up there and crawl through that hole, that opening, to another section.
Right, there's a hole up there.
I have a theory, and I don't know if it's correct.
Okay.
I'm not a scholar, but
Or a gentleman.
what if this temple is dedicated to air? This sarcophagus.
Sure.
If somehow these activate, perhaps it creates a wind tunnel up to a second section.
Okay.
That's actually
That's pretty brilliant.
yes.
I don't know how you activate them though without a red
Does the
lantern.
sarcophagus turn?
Good try.
There are seams on some of these
Yeah.
glyphs.
Yeah, and as you, if you think that, you look, the glyphs around the sarcophagus itself has a very small seam in a perfect circle around the whole dais.
So the whole dais might turn.
Maybe.
Do they match?
Or maybe we have to match
No, they
them.
don't match because you said they don't spell anything.
But, I mean, I know combinations. We just gotta find the right combination.
Perhaps it's like a giant dial.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe this is just the directional and something else is the trigger, but if we want to go up, maybe we need to point it up.
And you turn the dial and you turn on the fan.
What if we try and point the head of the sarcophagus to the blue side that goes up?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Or let's
But
try.
alternatively, Cinder found that yellow has something going on. So we might, I don't know if we should point it at yellow or blue.
Or we can do yellow first because that's the turn
I'll
right.
check the other ones. Do any of the other ones have seams?
Yeah. So.
I think you said that already the blue one does.
Yeah. So. The yellow tunnel has a seam around its cliffs. The green has a seam around its cliffs. The blue one doesn't have a seam, but it has the tunnel that goes up.
Right.
Okay.
The other ones don't have seams, except for, sorry, my bad. The indigo one has seams.
But that's the one with the bones?
That's the one with the bones.
I'm thinking we don't want to point at that one.
Also, the more I think of it, the more I think that we should not try to open the sarcophagus until we have discovered what's on the upper level.
Do the glyphs?
I don't think we should open the sarcophagus.
Do the glyphs on the lanterns, like on the ones with seams, match any of the glyphs on the sarcophagus?
If you go ahead, do you speak Primordial?
No, I do not.
They don't match, but they all do. They're all subtly different enough to be different. So,
Okay, so
but
they
they don't
don't.
match.
Unless there's any objections.
I mean, yellow and blue are the colors of air.
I mean, we have to eventually open the sarcophagus. This is a significant historical find. There could be an actual Vayati body in there.
Yeah, why do you want
Which
to
we
disturb
should
the
leave
dead?
for your master, no?
I'm just paid to
What
get
if-
through, and I start to push the sarcophagus.
How can
Make
we
a strength
know?
check.
Oh, I
that you don't get
because I have
here
19.
before
I have
Yeah,
19.
you do it. I'll help you.
Somebody else
You
does.
do
We
it.
hold
What's your
the
advantage?
strength?
19.
-1.
We hold
No,
the
just
sex
straight.
for him.
I have 19.
She's not really helping you, so just go ahead and roll a
I'm
strength check.
helping.
I'm gonna step back.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
away from this, so I'm not standing on any of the glyphs or anything.
I want to step
Um,
back to you.
And I'm gonna step back here because I want to be kind of close to this yellow one, I guess.
Okay.
Close to the blue one.
You
All
want to
right.
be
So
close to the blue one?
Yeah.
tell me how you're spinning it, where you're spinning it, or trying to spin it.
Well, I'm assuming
Right there.
if it's like a dial, it's gonna go right. So just try
I
and
want to
turn
treat
it
it
right.
just like a combination lock.
Where are you
Go
going?
to the right.
Just right there.
Yep. So
Ben.
Look, baby.
I'm gonna stand
Gotcha.
more in the middle
24.
of you people.
So you see Coben begin to push, and it begins to. And as it reaches the yellow tunnel, it clicks and stops. And as it stops, you hear a kind of low grumble from somewhere very deep within the earth. And the glyphs underneath the yellow lantern begin to slowly turn, and raising up out of the ground is a cylinder of pure that strange glass that was previously broken, but now is a pure cylinder of it. And opening in the cylinder is kind of like a little tube chamber thing that's wide enough for about 2 people squeezed uncomfortably or 1 comfortably to step into.
I think Cinder would like unconsciously take a step towards it, just to like.
Yeah, it's just there. The sarcophagus remains.
And it raised up.
Yep. So it came out. This tube came out of the ground and then opened.
You got me in the ship, so you going with me? Okay. Me and Bailiff are gonna stuff in it.
unless anyone stops us,
Or
I'm
you-
giving you the opportunity to.
Wait.
You're the only ones that can turn the sarcophagus.
Oh, true.
Oh, are we?
I mean,
Nobody else has
Yes.
tried, but yeah.
Well,
I
perhaps
mean,
Envy.
surely all 3 of you can do it, right?
Wait. Wait.
You guys are crazy.
No.
Let's. I have a feeling that goes somewhere, and I don't think we should split the group.
Brian, could you give me a second, please?
Perhaps one of us.
I get it. I get it.
Only like, really, honestly, one at a time. can go in, but 2 can
Ooh,
squeeze.
I have an idea.
But-
I can put my familiar through it.
You have a familiar.
Mhm.
Would you still be in contact with him?
I'm not delusional going too far. Because I think it has a range of. Let's see.
What is your familiar?
I have a hawk. Well, I can choose between whatever, but I usually.
Don't you have to cast that
You
spell?
have to cast it again when you
Yeah.
change its form.
So it's a hawk right now.
Yeah.
I don't have it cast.
You'd have to cast it.
I mean, that's an option, but is that what you really want to do?
Nobody else wants to go in this shit.
I would go in it.
I use it.
I don't mind.
Just in 100 feet of you. So it has to be within 100 feet.
Journey to the
Seems
center of
like
the earth,
a-
this bitch.
Well,
Portal of a type.
how big or tall is the cylinder?
Actually, hey, I want to walk up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it reflect me like the other glass did?
Yes.
Wrong one.
What, Kobe?
How big is the cylinder?
It is about 5-6 feet across.
And we heard it rumble when it came up, so it can't be too far down.
It took it about 5 to 8 seconds to fully.
Oh, it's only like.
I feel like I'd be the best one to go in it.
I can send my familiar with you, and if it's in range, I can communicate it telepathically.
If
and
it
tell us.
reacts to elemental magic. I believe I'm the only one that has any associated with air.
I mean, that's fair. And, I mean, like you said, I gotta be here to help push the sarcophagus.
Well, you didn't help me. You said you couldn't.
But I think that's a good idea with Hawk.
Yeah,
Oh.
with the familiar, send the familiar with her. So then
At least then you would have a way to communicate with us.
if
If
it's
you're
within
stuck.
100 feet.
Wait, before we do that, I have an idea. If I can glean anything from identifying these lamps and see if there's some pattern.
Oh, it takes me
You
an
wish-
hour to cast a familiar, so go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh. Well, it takes 10 minutes for him to identify something, so.
I get the indigo lamp.
It says it takes an hour.
Well, while they start on that,
You have the indigo lamp.
Oh wait, no, or is it casting time when it says like 1 hour on the casting time?
Yeah.
Is that how long it's up? Is that how long it takes?
No, that's all how long
that's
it
all
takes
it
you
takes
to
to
cast.
cast.
Yeah, familiar's one of those ones that you generally like have it up and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that you've already cast the spell and you just have him tucked away in its pocket plane. So you don't have to spend the hour to do it.
okay.
Because that wouldn't make any sense
Yeah,
if he didn't
that's
have a
fair.
similar.
But I'll wait the 10 minutes while he casts identify on the lamp.
Okay, then X out that spell slot. Take spell slot.
They'll
You
still
don't
just
need
like
to
itching
take
to
those
get
slots.
in.
You
You
actually don't
can't
need
spend
to. He's out already. It would take you a spell slot to change his form in an hour to change his form. And the material components. But I don't have a token yet, but here's your little hawk token there. So. Okay. You take down the indigo lamp and you spend the 10 minutes, Benji?
Yep.
Okay. So, interestingly, after the spell completes and the information comes to you, you get a rush of images that flash through your mind. And some of them are like construction, some of them are like reverence or grief. It's just a lot of strange symbols and iconography, and normally your identify spells gives you the information you just know, but this is like you get impressions of. So you get the impression that these lamps are, the lamp itself is not actually magical, or it is circumstantially. It's only magical here. And so you get the essence of this lamp is somehow connected to the protection of the tomb or the sarcophagus. It's somehow linked it being lit somehow is good. It's bypassing some sort of protection against something, but you can't identify or know what that is. You just know that these lamps were placed here to be lit to bypass whatever danger is in this place. And you would suspect by that you would probably want all 7 of them to be lit. Yeah. So where that 7th one is,
Perhaps it's down this tube.
perhaps.
Either down the tube or up the air shaft.
Which we have no way of getting up.
I mean, I
Unless
could try
somebody's like a
climbing.
really good climber.
But we have no way of getting up.
Or you could do your fly hop.
Only if I punch you.
Oh, you know,
Envy, what are you
Would,
doing in the meantime?
punching the wall work?
I think he's asleep.
That is just merely a momentum of
knock
Life.
shift.
energy.
Just gonna check my acrobatics.
Sir,
What? I didn't take a pill today.
I asked you what you were doing. It seems that you are a little tired.
So you've given me your hawk?
Yeah.
I'm like looking at Connor. He's not giving me anything new.
It's good enough.
So I say it's as I thought. The lamps are essential to bypassing the whatever was put in place to guard the sarcophagus.
Understandable.
So lights on is good.
Well, then we need the red one then.
Yes.
So,
Then we need the red one. And Cinder will step backwards into the tunnel thingy.
Okay.
With the hawk.
And I get ready to turn it.
So
I go help.
the hawk on your arm kind of gives you kind of a look, and then looks at you like for permission, and it just kind of like stoically just sits there, and you see Cinder disappear as the door closes, and it forms a perfectly smooth glass.
As
kind
we
of
move the
substance.
sarcophagus,
Nope.
or
No. it
As soon
doesn't
as she
stop.
steps in, it just, and then it begins to
And then I have to roll my new character.
lower down.
Okay, I'm gonna like where Cinder's token is at now. I'm just gonna sit right there and like sit down again.
and wait.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're not gonna move the sarcophagus till she comes back, unless the familiar tells us that we should move it.
So
Is that
about
chicken?
No.
Oh, is that talk?
yeah,
Oh.
I don't have a token yet.
I thought it was a dead chicken, and I'm like, oh god, there's a dead chicken in here?
So the tube comes to a rest about 5-6 seconds later, and you feel it descend, right? And then the door opens again, and immediately to your right, on this wall, you see a little button.
Oh.
It reminds you of like an elevator call.
Yeah.
But immediately in front of you is a massive 8-foot tall slab of stone, about 2 feet wide. That's not 2 feet, like 2 feet wide and 10 feet wide. 2 feet thick, 10 feet wide, 8 foot tall. And the ceilings are about 10 feet. So you have about 2 foot gap at the very top of this stone slab that you can see into like a dark kind of hallway that goes beyond, but you have to climb up to look over it. But this whole thing is being blocked by this stone slab. Otherwise, this room is covered in bas-reliefs, carvings of long, bald, genderless figures in robes. Many of them are in kind of poses of either meditation or contemplation. Some of them are exchanging items between each other. Very Egyptian symbolism, not art style, but the symbolism of just general poses and
Some of them are T-posing.
Some of them are planking. Yeah, and so as soon do you step out of the tube?
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as you step out, the door behind you closes,
Huh?
and you hear it.
Go back up.
Yep, and it reappears without Cinder and the hawk, and it opens
Oh, I
up.
look at the hawk. We are fine. I don't know how this works.
Are you the only one near me?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
standing
then
right next to you.
I just tell you to go tell her that she said she was fine.
Alright, I go and tell everybody that she's fine.
Yeah.
Does it look like this stone slab moves at all, like on any sort of mechanism?
It looks like it could be moved with some serious force.
Yeah.
And then I go in the tube.
But it's only 8 feet tall?
Yeah, it's 8 feet tall, so the ceilings here are 10 feet, so it's 8 feet tall. 10 feet wide and 2 feet thick.
I throw the hawk up there. Like, go.
Wait, hold on. I ain't gonna let you go through because I'm expendable. You're not, because I need your ass.
He is also dead to the world right now if he's looking through the hawk's eyes.
Yeah, he's blind and deaf, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't know if I actually listened to you and went. I got you. Okay, fine.
You did just have your entire vision jolted, though, as I threw you in the air. Towards, like, up. Go, look.
Alright, let me get
Perhaps you can see over the slab.
Well, hopefully you're saying everything out loud.
Okay. Well, while the bird's
So
deciding
I want
to
to
do
know
stuff,
what's going on.
I'm gonna try to acrobatics my way up this slab, if possible. Like, between that area where it's, like, only 5 feet.
Yeah.
Can I do, like, one of those, like, jump?
Yeah, so the map shows it being pretty thick. It's not. It's only 2 feet thick. So it's really a matter of just climbing it. So it's not a hard climb. You can climb to the top. You have 2 feet to kind of poke through the top, and you're kind of balanced on. Like,
Oh, I don't have to roll a check.
So no, you're up there with the hawk.
I got an idea.
Mhm.
Do you still have my hawk, or did you just like throw him?
Threw him
No,
in the
she
air so he would land on top of the...
But she threw him over the
Oh, I threw him up in the air. Like, I would, like, fly. You know?
Fly, you fools.
So that he would fly up to the top of the stone thing while I climbed it. Because I can't climb with you on an arm.
So the hawk is easily up there at the top.
Yeah.
He can peer through if you wanted him to.
Yeah, and Cinder's up there. Sort of. I can't move myself back up there.
I'm not
How
sure.
tall is that thing?
That's 8 feet tall.
The hawk should have all the permissions. Owner.
I still don't...
Owner.
There is a hallway. With...
Yeah.
alcove.
So as you peer through, you see a long, darkened hallway.
I'm saying this out loud because I don't know how this hawk thing works. So I think he's just listening.
There are a total of 6 alcoves on either side of this hallway, and each one seems to have some sort of statue, but from this vantage point, you can't see them.
Perhaps if your bird can fly.
Do you extinguish your light or no?
I don't have a light.
I thought you lit a torch for the fresco.
Oh, no, that was long gone. Like, I only
Oh,
lit
okay.
it for the fresco.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the hawk can't see.
Oh.
So
No
you're
one-
right.
well, wait.
Good thing you're
I-
showing things.
I do know that the hawk can't see, though, right? Because I
You would have
Yeah.
discussed it.
said earlier, well, I know hawks don't see in the dark.
Yeah.
So, yes, I would still
I
have
can
a...
just
I guess
shoot.
I would relight a torch now because I can't light one when I'm climbing, but...
Okay.
So now I have a torch.
Yeah, and seeing through the hawk's eyes, you see the same things through the dim torchlight.
Perhaps if you're able to tell your hawk to fly down the hallway, it can not see more because it can't carry a torch.
It could see some.
Oh, and I'm gonna just jump down.
Really? You can't carry the torch in its talon?
Yeah, you are you are thin enough to jump down. You'd probably be the only one that would be thin enough to get through that 2-foot gap. So you jump down. Boop.
A 2-foot gap?
Yep. Like this big. Don't worry about it.
You're thin enough. Is Connor thin enough?
That's 2 feet.
That's not 2
That's
feet.
like 3 feet.
Yeah.
3 feet.
8 foot is this big. This big. No, this big. This big. 1 foot. 12 inches.
That's a foot and a half.
It is a tight fit,
2 feet.
is the point.
1 dick, 2 dick.
You can't fit.
3 days.
The DM said only Cinder can fit.
It can only fit 4 dicks.
She's
4
not wearing
hours.
any armor. She doesn't have any gear. She's very lithe. She's very thin.
Yeah.
So, is anybody else going down this tunnel, or are you guys
I-
doing something else?
I am waiting for my blind and sad friend here.
You're what?
He's completely blind and can't hear anything.
While he's looking through the eyes.
Yeah,
He's warding.
he's warding right now, so I have to stay with him. I'm his emotional support friend.
What are these things? Oh, sorry. You're with them. Never mind.
I was trying to move the hawk so that the hawk could move for you to see, but I don't have permission to move the hawk.
I'm not moving the hawk at all because he's controlling the Kobe's controlling the hawk.
Yeah,
right
so
now,
basically, Kobe, pretend like you're in there
he
with
just
Cinder.
can't see anything without being near my torch.
Yeah, but your torch.
If you
gives
click
you
on the
light a little
hawk,
bit.
you can actually see what the hawk sees.
Yeah.
That's what
So
the hawk
I
Kobe
just
wants to
can't-
click on the hawk.
Oh, I could just now.
What? Why do
You
want
are hawk right now.
I can't-
You're hockey.
You
So
is hawk.
Look around.
You can move 10 feet at a time, and that's what you can see.
Yeah.
So, as you pass these first 2 alcoves, you see from your hawk's perspective, and it's strange looking through the hawk's perspective. You've done this many times, but hawks have a different sense of depth perception that people do. And so when you look at something, you actually automatically zoom in on what you're looking at. It's almost like looking through a sniper scope, but just in like real time. And you notice these tall, bald, robed figures, genderless, about the same height as the sarcophagus, obviously the same race of being. They all seem to have their hands cupped in some fashion, either like this, or whatever. They're all holding something, but there's nothing in their hands. And there is a very faint, light breeze that kind of emanates from each of the statues.
I'm gonna make my hawk make a noise so you know to step forward.
So
It's
the
gonna-
hawk screams.
It doesn't scream. It does not scream.
Okay.
Yeah, my
So-
hawk too.
Meanwhile, what are you 3 doing?
I'm staying with him to keep him safe because he doesn't know what's going on around his physical body.
Okay, so Connor
And
and
sharing any information he says out loud.
Are you acting logically?
Shut up. To Envy and Connor. I don't know what Envy and Connor are doing.
Oh,
I started
no.
to walk into the tube and then
Instead
Connor was
of it
like,
making a
can
noise,
you hit B to deselect hawk, or click somewhere else outside the thinking?
instead of him like making a noise, I'll just make him heavily flap his wings twice
Okay. For what reason?
to signal her to move forward to die. Or, like it's signal to go
oh,
forward.
we alright?
God.
What?
These are my brand new pants that I just got yesterday.
That's weird though.
Did they rip?
Yeah, on this metal piece sticking out.
Oh no!
I just got these yesterday.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
That sucks. Hey, well, return.
Why didn't you both make
But that's what.
So,
instead of the hawk making like a squeal noise or whatever, it heavily flaps his wings twice. Like heavily flap.
Okay, so the hawk flaps a lot.
so meanwhile, the rest of you, the other 4 of you, what are you guys doing? I know you're babysitting him, so you two are out. But Connor and Envy, the tube has returned and it has opened and it's just kind of sitting there.
I mean, I could go down if you want to babysit.
I don't believe it. I'm gonna go down.
You step in, and Starlight is pure red, constant red. And the door closes. You descend with Starlight, and you come out the other side. You're met with the same 2 foot thick, 8 foot tall, 10 foot wide stone. You see a little bit of light peeking through the top 2 feet from Cinder's torch that's lit from the other side.
Like, hello.
You hear a very muffled whoa from behind the stone.
My hawk hears him, or like her coming back.
Probably.
Okay, then I'm getting out. Like, can I like go in and out of my hawks?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get out of it.
It's
Say,
a
you're
good
not
action.
going anywhere, and you're not going anywhere.
Everybody roll initiative.
Ah!
Oh my god.
He's not going
You
anywhere
know,
because he's one
I
there
thought
for
with a
money.
new Cinder,
You're not going
my
anywhere either,
curse of
because if
initiative
you
would
die
go
in
away.
fuck.
I have a +4 to my initiative, and I don't think I've ever rolled for above a 10.
Cinder, what's your initiative?
9.
Wow. Connor, what's your initiative?
You get all those attacks.
All the patellas?
You get all those attacks, so you don't need to go first.
8.
I want to go first.
Envy.
10.
Wow.
Mm.
The hawk.
And I don't know who moved me there, but that's not where I am.
Shit, I don't know his stats.
That is not where Cinder was when I
Where's
walked
my
into
phone?
the kitchen. She's right there.
Turn around.
And there's where she will stay.
I know.
I'll calm down. You're fine.
Oh, it's on.
Just saying.
Starlight.
Right? First are you see tonight?
Stay with me. I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Coben.
I only got a 3.
Oh.
But which makes sense because I'm literally just.
Whoa.
Valeth.
22.
And then I'm trying to find the hawk stats.
What happened?
Oh no, we don't have combat. How sad.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't know what my familiar stats are.
I rolled for it.
Because it says it has its own initiative, and yeah, it's one of it. That's like it.
He's on there.
Alright, so we are going to.
Is that the chicken?
That's the hawk.
Oh, little chicken.
I would tell you he's white and he has blue eyes. Like,
Well, you'll
like
need to find
ice
a good
blue
picture.
eyes. And
Okay. Let's see. Round. Okay, so I'll tell you what's going on, and then we will act. Alright. So.
Always with the party.
So you're still within your hawk gaze at the moment.
He did have. Oh, he had just come out.
Well, just now.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's coming from you too. That's what.
No,
So you just come out of your hawk's gaze.
Yeah, and I was gonna tell them to shit.
So
Did not go
Cinder.
anywhere.
Cinder. You.
Can you switch back? I can't switch between them because I don't have. I can't see.
Oh, somebody needs to de-slow. Oh,
Yeah.
it's failed. Oh, there we go.
There we
Yeah. Cinder, you see out of the edge of your torchlight a floating, sinewy-looking intestine type thing in the air with 2 large eyeballs attached to either end. I will show you a picture of this
Yeah.
strange thing.
If you want, you can plug your rest in here.
Rock stands for this shit.
I'll only use it when I actually use it.
Oh.
Ooh. Ew.
As it floats down the hallway, one of the eyes kind of like stops and looks at the hawk, and this is all within a very split second. You see this grotesque thing, and then it lunges like a bolus, kind of wrapping around the hawk, and it makes an attack. And this is going to.
Stop the hawk from that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So your hawk takes 8 points of damage,
And dies.
and I believe that kills the hawk. So your hawk
You
vanishes.
feel that thing just.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
Something
feel-
just happened.
It's actually as if you had an umbilical cord ripped out of you.
Yeah,
and
and
all of a
now I'm
sudden-
gonna do that one roll because you know what it's for.
Yep. Make a wisdom saving throw.
And if it doesn't beat a 10, then screw. Oh well, I got a 2.
Okay.
And
So
I don't know if you know how to fix it.
you notice that Coben, all of a sudden, his eyes grow wide and he becomes just paralyzed and begins subtly shaking and sweating, and he's in some sort of
I've seen this before. I don't know because we've
Have
known each
you?
other
I don't know.
for
Has
a
she?
while.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out because I just don't know exactly how long.
Well, either way, it is Vela's turn.
Basically, I skipped my turn.
How do we close this? Eyeball one.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so it just takes you one turn.
Yep.
So Vela, something is wrong with
Something is wrong with him. He's frozen.
Tobin.
Okay. So he just goes catatonic.
Oh, it goes right this.
And I gotta skip my turn.
The tube is gone currently because Envy's in it.
It hasn't quite come back up. It will come back up at the
Well,
start
has
of next
Envy
round.
even exited it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at the
She stepped out
start,
and she was like, "Hello."
at the start of your next turn, it will be back up. It takes one round for it to go up or down.
Ooh, I bet Envy just hears a sickening.
Yeah, you hear a brief squawk and a tear, and so what do you do?
Well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess all you really know is that he came back, said, nobody go anywhere," and then just froze.
Yeah. I would not go anywhere.
Yeah, you guys don't know what's going on.
I would move there because movement.
Okay.
Because the tube comes up right here, right?
Yep.
And hold my action in a defensive, like I will attack something if something attacks us.
Okay.
And I'm just watching Tobin and waiting for him to come out of his like
Stupa.
stupa.
Okay. Starlight's gonna just not do anything.
Yeah.
Envy, it's your turn.
Can I try to climb the thing?
Yeah.
Will I fit in between 2 feet?
You would have to squeeze, and you could get caught.
I didn't have to make a check to climb up it, but
Yeah, it's not a very difficult to climb, but she didn't have to make a check because she's a dope monk.
Yeah.
But you would have to make a DC 6 athletics check.
we
It's
just
not
turn
hard
into
to
paper when we get wet.
Yeah. You could also try to move it.
What if it has a button? What if it's on wheels? Yeah, sure, I'm gonna try to move it.
Yeah. Make a strength athletics check.
How's that gonna go?
Was that just athletics check?
Yep.
I feel like I've seen.
14?
Wow. Yeah. You do move it out of the way. It's still on the map. As you begin to move it, you hear a click, and the room begins to fill with gas. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
This is why I didn't try to move it. Oh, but he does move it.
He does move it, and now you can pass through it. Yeah.
Technically,
I got an 11.
11.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I don't want to pass through now.
Anyway.
I don't know.
You take
Just want to take your Ebola aside.
15 points of poisoning damage.
Oh,
Poison.
shit.
15?
15, grandmother. And you are poisoned for 1 hour. Well,
Maybe you can recall the elevator.
Because it was fine with just
Poison,
poison
poison,
when it got used
poison.
twice.
poison.
Maybe there's something in that hall that can stop the poison.
So, what you failed to notice earlier, or anybody noticed earlier, is all along these bas reliefs, these carvings of the walls, are tiny little holes hidden here and there. And it begins to pour out this noxious green, probably neurotoxic gas that, as it begins to seep in your skin and in your lungs and your face, begins to burn and corrode your mouth and your skin. And I need I'm gonna say Starlight is going to nestle in side of your clothing and make a con save with advantage for Starlight.
Yeah, I was in my hawk, so I didn't know he was coming through. Or she was going through.
I'm like, where's my food?
Okay.
This is my character, she's not a food.
What's advantage? An 18.
18? Okay. He does not manage to breathe any of the gas in.
He manages to not breathe it in.
You know that if you don't get out of this room quickly, it's not going to be good for him.
Yeah, I know.
But you can have your back free.
So you spent your action moving the thing. You still have your movement.
See,
Can I go into
You
the
clearly see
Can I
Cinder.
go towards Cinder?
as I turn around, like suddenly.
Am I out of the gas?
You are just still inside, and Cinder, you're going to be affected.
Can I go forward one way?
Yep. And obviously he's with you. Yeah, so now that it's kind of dispersing, but you're out of its area of effect.
First, I have an action.
No, you used it to move the stone.
Oh, right.
But in front of you, you see this. It's floating in midair, and it's like this writhing kind of like.
We can't see it yet.
Yeah, it's down there, it's tiny.
It's right there.
It's right here.
Oh, okay.
It's like just this sinewy intestine with two big eyeballs on the end.
I
It's
will
floating.
pass my turn then.
Okay.
Eyeball time.
Yeah.
Eyeball bolus.
I want you, Cinder, to make a saving throw. Wisdom saving throw.
Which flavor?
Wisdom!
Wisdom saving throw. That would be a 15.
Okay.
Not
One of,
good
the,
enough.
one of the eyeballs locks onto your gaze, and it begins to quiver and shake, and this pulsing energy kind of ripples out, and for a moment, you kind of feel confused and like really off, and you shake it off, and nothing happens. So you have succeeded, and nothing happens, and it is going to fly back. Let's see.
Heed the words of T Swift. Shake it off.
That is its turn. Cinder, it is your turn.
And I need to make a constitution save?
Yes.
18.
18? Okay. You do not suffer any damage.
Okay. As I hold my breath for
Yeah.
a moment, I'm going to move forward. So, all of these statues look like they should be cupping something.
Like they held something at one point. And each one of them has just a faint little, like a very mild fan effect, almost like they're blowing little air. That's actually kind of what's keeping the gas from pouring into the hallway.
Yeah. Well, you know what? So I did not. I need to select first. I'm just gonna rush this stupid eyeball thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Pop, pop, pop.
pop
Or
pop it.
stunning strike.
I don't have stunning strike.
She's not that cool.
I'm not that cool yet.
She's not Calvin cool.
Not yet. Okay, I'm going to hit it. I'm not gonna hit it. I miss. But I'm gonna do flurry of blows.
Okay.
Well, she's not a cleric, so.
19 on the first flurry,
That hits.
and 12 on the second.
That does not hit.
Wow. Shit, damn it. So I didn't have my quarterstaff out, so I punched. Oh, I didn't have my quarterstaff out, so it wouldn't have mattered. But so I punch forward with the first hit, and it just dodges out of the way, and then I kick with the second, and I land up low, and then with the third, it just scampers out of the way again. But I deal 5 points of damage.
Okay. As you hit it, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit!
Probably when you punch it, the other one comes spinning around.
Hitting is bad, apparently. Oh my god, are you serious? 6. I rolled a 2.
So as you reach out and you
It
kick
almost
out,
hit the natural 20 and then it just rolled over.
as you kick it with your leg, its like wiry intestine wraps around your leg and grapples you.
Fuck. I don't say.
Grapple, where are you? Grapple. Where's the grapple? Grapple's gotta be in here. Come on.
I don't know. How can I be grappled by something so tiny?
It's floating in the air, and it seems
Just
to...
holding my foot up in the air?
Pretty much, yeah. And that is your
It's like
turn.
when you're a kid and you try to kick someone and they grab your foot.
Oh, well. I'm grappled so I can't move, right?
Correct. That's it. You can't move.
Because I have that ability that after I attack I can move back 30 feet, but I can't move, and I can't break free from it.
Yeah, you have to succeed on an acrobatics or athletics check. Right now, just consider your speed 0.
Okay, but that would have to be like on another turn,
Yeah.
or would I roll it and then try to move, or try to fly back with that effect?
It would be an option or something else to break. Like if you had a specific effect that would break you out of it.
I don't know. It's just like if I make basically it says when you make an attack, you can at the end of or get it says when you make an attack, you can fly up to 30 feet. This movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So I don't know if I would then like roll to get out of it, and then if I succeed, I would move, or if I...
Actually, yeah. I would go ahead and roll an acrobatics check to see if you could actually manage to actually fly out of it.
17.
Yeah. You break the grapple.
Okay.
And you can move up to 30 feet if you want. Because that's the reaction, right?
Yeah, it's I move 30 feet.
Punch fire at it from now on.
I have to get on my... I have to change my stance.
Alright. So now, Connor, it is your turn.
Yeah, I just kind of like kick it off, and then like I jump back, and I was like, ooh, it's gross. I look at you.
Do
With
we
a
have
disturbed look
any
in my face.
idea of what's going on down
Nope.
Nope. And the elevator is almost up completely.
there? The bird is dead.
We don't know the
And
We
I
don't
bird.
told
even know
you
that,
And I
actually.
told you not
You know
to go
nothing
through.
is going on.
You literally just got told, don't go down there.
Nobody else go down there.
And now Connor looks disturbed.
And then he froze.
That actually sounds
I mean,
like a really
Kobe.
good idea.
Because I didn't know she was going to, because I was in my Hawk's vision.
Yeah.
He literally came out of his Hawk's vision
To tell people
Just
to stop
like-
going
tell
down
people
there.
to stop going down
Just
there.
as she went down.
So what do you do for your turn? Anything? Or just wait? Okay. Coben, you're in a stupor.
Yeah, I have to skip my turn.
Yep. And you finally come to, and the elevator comes up. And make a perception check, Bailiff. As it comes up and the doors open. Okay. Yeah, so the doors open, and it is...
You alright? What? Are you still not going down? Are they okay? Is
No, don't
everything
go
okay?
down. Don't go down.
Oh, okay. Are you
What?
going back in the bird?
What for?
The bird's dead.
What do you mean the bird's dead?
How is the bird dead?
Eyeball barb thing.
So we should go
Wait,
down.
did I hear? Did I hear the
Eyeball
trap? Did the
barb
hawk
thing.
do
Okay,
the trap
Envy,
again?
it is your turn.
Yep.
I don't know if I even heard the chat.
I think you saw the eyeball thing for a split second because it hovered there, and then it looked at the bird, and then it was gone.
Yeah, it looked at the bird and then wrapped around it and choked it to death.
Yeah.
It choked it out.
I'm sorry. Eyeball barb thing.
Now
Yeah,
it's Envy's turn,
so
'cause he
that
doesn't
was
know.
my entire turn was debating on whether I should go down or not.
Yep.
Cool.
Let's see.
How'd you do your nose, Riley?
So, poison means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. You're very good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Tumors on yourself?
How much does that heal?
It'll heal me for 10.
Okay, so you begin your inner prayer to the goddess Theanine to guard against the darkness. And you feel that sparkling inner light begin to fill you and close whatever damage this poison is causing. And because you've cured some damage, instead of the poison is removed as well. It has purged you of the poison. Poison was being mostly caused by the wounds that was forming inside of your system.
I also want to
Yeah, this thing is like has an eyeball on you too, and then occasionally the other eyeball kind of comes up and sees the other one, and then they kind of swap, and then they kind of like they constantly are locking on you, and you notice that they begin to glow and glimmer like they're going to shoot some sort of magical effect.
I'm going to grab a hold of my amulet that I have.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and do a Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay, what's that do?
A sphere of twilight emanates from me. It's centered on me. Has a 30-foot radius.
Is that bright light, dim light?
It just says twilight light. Dim light.
Okay. Okay.
And then when my allies end its turn in the sphere, I can grant one of the creature benefits.
When it end their turn?
We'll do. Yeah, that's good enough for now.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. So she begins to emanate.
So basically, when either me, Cinder, or Starlight end its turn, I can grant up to 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points.
Cool. Alright. Yeah, so this whole area around her just kind of begins to be filled with like stars and starlight. And you feel that kind of peaceful sense that maybe one would get when they look at the moon on like a still night. That sense that they're being watched by Theanine. Okay.
Which moon does Sam roll over? All of them? Or?
Big one.
Soleil.
Soleil. The one that everybody can see.
Yep, the green one.
Alright, so I'm going to end my turn with 9 temporary hit points.
Okay. Temporary hit points. Temporary hit points. Where are you at? Temporary hit points. Temporary hit points. 9?
Yes.
Wow.
Does Starlight have the same turn as me?
Nope. Starlight has just gone. Unless you want him to do something before you had gone.
No.
Okay.
That's one right here.
See him in the initiative there. It's right before you.
Nope. He's fine.
Okay.
Okay. That will.
Did
be,
you unmute it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That will be my turn.
You told me to remind you and I completely forgot.
So it is the eyeball's turn. It is going to
Eyeballs.
lock eyes on Envy,
Now,
and it is going to.
Cinder, look at my teeth.
Yeah, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, Envy.
It already tried me.
Con saving throw.
This is what happens when you cut people's dice off.
Got a 16.
16?
Yeah.
The eyeball quivers and a pulsing, like, almost like a puke green ray slams into you, and you feel your body seize up, but you shake it off.
Yeah. It's like a boulder.
Yeah, it's like this. You cut the holder socks off, and this is what happens.
And, are you proficient in religion?
Don't leave them lying around.
No.
Anybody? Are you proficient in religion? Nope. Okay. Cinder, it's your turn.
Okay, I will use. I will waste a bonus action and move to my fire stance.
Okay. Fire stance activated.
You're a cleric and you're not proficient in religion.
Not everybody is.
I'm just judgy.
You're a wizard and only have a cantrip offensive spell.
Oh.
How far? Okay, how close do I need to be to end my turn in your area thing?
It's 30 feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will move up. Okay. Just need to be within 15 feet of this thing.
That'll do.
So I'll move up, and I will attack it using my fire stance so that I can shoot fire fists at it. Well, a fire fist because that's all I have to
Oh
offer.
my god, so you're part of the Flaming Fists.
14 hit?
Yeah, is this considered a spell attack?
No. It's a monk thing, because my things are weird.
Yeah.
It just says your unarmed strikes reach increased by 15, and you can cause their damage type to become fire. Your unarmed strike extends into your expanded reach. If your unarmed strike extends into your expanded reach, the damage must be fire.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Are your fists
It's
magical
called energy burn.
at this level? No. Okay. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Until they're magic. No. Well, ooh, that's tough.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you're magically
it's an
inner fire from your.
It's key energy infused with the element of fire.
It's a magical thing. Yeah.
That's not a spell, though.
It's not a spell, no, but
It's a magical
a spell attack, like a magical, yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, I would say okay.
Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Deal it 6 points of damage. Because that's all I can do, and then I'm just gonna
You notice that when you hit it, oops, not you, you're not the boss.
Oh no!
Plot twist.
When you hit it, the fire almost looks like it almost like tried to collect it with its eyeball and fling it back in some way, but it couldn't. You were too fast. So it's almost like it can deflect certain magical things. Oh yeah. And
Can I, if it strikes me, if it throws itself at me, can I use deflect missile to throw it away? Because it's like a bow, one of those bola things.
We'll cross that bridge right there. Did she get temporary hit points?
Yes, and my turn.
How many?
Do you want to roll?
No.
Okay, I roll.
My rolls are not with me
It would
today.
be... Again, 9 temporary hit points.
Okay. Cool.
1d6 plus 3.
Okay. That is the end of your turn. It is now Connor's turn. Connor.
What do you mean we can't go down there? The hawk is dead?
Yeah. Connor, Coven, Connor, and Lilith are arguing.
If you're not going down, I'm going down. Vey, would you like to accompany?
Then I go down.
There's not room for all three of us. I'll go down first.
Hell no, you ain't.
It's Connor's turn, so what are you doing, Connor?
Connor, what are you doing? It's your turn.
If you would like to go with me, I hold my hand out and
I think only fits one person.
It only fits one person.
You can squeeze two. It would be very, very tight.
We'd have to get real close.
And you'd probably have to, like, I don't know, wait for her turn, but. Or, I don't know how that works.
It takes a turn to go up and it takes a turn to go down.
So you're gonna spend your turn to go down?
Yeah.
And you're gonna take me with you?
So you're both getting in?
Yep.
Okay. So they're both ready to climb in. It's your turn before Valeth hops in as they're both hopping in. What do you do?
I don't think there's anything I can do.
You could pull me out, I guess. If this becomes a tug of war.
Will it take an action to pull somebody out?
What else are you gonna do?
To pull her out of the tube?
Like just to pull. Yeah, sure. A person out of the tube.
Yeah, I mean, if she's gonna resist you, it'd be an opposed grapple.
With my
Are you thinking of pulling Connor out of the tube?
Well, you would be.
Yeah, who's in the
acrobatics
tube right
versus
now?
his.
Connor and Valeth are in the tube.
Both of them are?
Yeah.
Some bitch. Can I pull like both of them out?
You can try. Target one.
Like pull them out and then swap places.
Alright. Yeah, so go ahead and roll a strength, athletics,
Wait.
or acrobatics.
Strength, athletics, or acrobatics?
Yep, and you two, if you're wanting to resist, roll an acrobatics or athletics. If you're wanting to resist him.
Do we get advantage because we're tightly squeezed in?
If you guys are both opposing him at the same time, then
I'm not really opposing him. We're just we're arguing.
are you going to resist or not?
Are you letting yourself be pulled?
I'm resisting. I rolled to resist,
Okay,
but
yeah.
I got literally a 2.
Are you resisting? Connor?
But it doesn't matter if she got a 2 or not. I mean,
No, I'll stay with Freya.
So okay. So you managed to pull them both out on your turn.
What? I didn't even roll.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, go ahead. I don't think you're not going to be able to beat it.
Oh, well.
I think you're going to beat it too.
Okay, yeah, then
Yeah.
I did.
So you managed to grab them both out. Connor just kind of follows.
And I swap places.
And as you pull them out, the door closed because it sensed that somebody was in, because somebody already stepped in, and it begins to sink down.
What? I didn't do it fast enough?
So the 3 of us are still
Because
up
I
there.
wanted to just pull them out like a road
Yeah.
kingdom.
Oh, and
Yeah.
you're
yeah,
gonna
because
take
you
the
wanted to
place.
jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine. And you see him pivot himself, and
You
the door
son of a... And I'm like
closes.
sitting on the thing. You son of a bitch.
Go ahead. Not quite yet, though.
I'm just gonna laugh because I'm like, help is never coming. You guys are gonna spend the entire time fighting.
I'm just like...
Valeth, it is your turn. What do you do? And as you see the tube, it's about halfway through the ground now. Like,
Since my turn's right after his, is it possible that I could have jumped back in with him?
no, the door already closed.
Strength's just too good, baby.
So you're watching him slowly disappear, kind of through this
Flipping
very
him off.
like almost opaque glass.
Hypocrites. Hypocrites.
Is that the end of your turn?
Don't go down. No, don't go down. I'll go down.
I guess I'm going to hold my action for well, it doesn't matter because by the time my turn comes around, then the thing will be back. So yeah.
Cool.
He had to go down the soft
Envy is going
You're paying
to
us, and I can't let you down.
cast a guiding bolt.
Nobody gets paid if you
Oh,
die.
and it hits.
Nobody
And
gets
let's
paid
see,
to
guiding bolt is
That's not true.
guiding bolt. Guiding bolt.
Technically, it's not his money.
Guiding bolt.
But
Do you need to know each other's stuff?
Yeah.
4d6 radiant. Jesus, tits.
Well,
3, 4.
You feel closer.
I am Alistair, adopted son.
18
You
points
might
of
be
radiant
a little
damage.
mad that you didn't bring me
Holy
back.
lord. That's a lot.
Yes.
You're gonna need a short rest after this.
So that's 18 on the boss bar.
Yeah.
And she is going to stay there, protect Starlight. It is the creature's turn. It's going to target Cinder. And this is going to be
Oh look, acidic gas.
a con save from you, please.
13.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull that out. I thought you would succeed.
It's like, yeah, I have a plan.
Ooh.
Fine.
Oh, you do. You
It's
do?
all fine.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad
all
you have a
good.
plan.
21 points of necrotic damage
Ugh.
as a sickly black ray streaks at you and hits you, wounding you. And it is going to fly up
I want to need my phone when this
Oh,
might
wait.
and...
Shit.
But you
Sorry,
can
just a
save it.
minute. My
For
thing's
now.
being dumb.
Okay.
Heal.
Don't worry, Jesse.
I had
He has
9
a
to
plan.
3 points.
He has a plan.
And then
Mhm.
21 damage. I don't know. Sorry, it for some reason, every time I apply the damage, it just changes my HP to the damage.
Oh.
So.
Just gotta see if it works or not.
Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Sorry. It's automatically deducting it from my temporary. Okay. I'm fine.
So you see it fly and turn to the left
What?
around the corner for the rest of its move.
To the left?
Yep. Cinder, it is your turn.
Shit.
It's outside of the range. For hitting points.
Mm.
I really regret not taking message.
To reach it, I would have to use my last key point. Oh, I can't
That'll be fine.
beat it.
You'll see. Patience.
You cast Guiding Bolt and you hit it for 18 points of radiant.
For what I do.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
that means
I
there's
know it.
advantage on it too.
And
You got me fucking chewing on my
after
nails.
it hit the center with a winning ray, it went down and to the left. It disappeared out around the corner.
Oh, and
Oh,
Gentlemen's
I'm going to do Step of the Wind.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fucking follow it.
Please tell me you left your torch over there.
Oh, it's like right there.
Starlight has 5 temporary HP.
And I'm going to. I'm gonna punch it, but I'll use my unarmed strike, so I'll do
that makes sense. She's been punching.
And you have advantage.
use my bonus action to do my offhand.
You have advantage.
So I can actually do this with my quarterstaff. Trying to remember, if you double-hand a quarterstaff but you hit twice, I think you do the 1d6, not the 1d8. Right, because you're not going bam.
Right.
Yeah, okay. And I have it what?
Advantage from Guiding Bolt.
Oh, sweet. Natural 20.
Nice.
26.
Nice.
Sweet.
Obviously you hit. And are these the flame attacks?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And so it's max weapon damage,
And then you roll the damage again.
and then I roll the damage again. Okay. I just need to make sure that it does it, because it tries to automatically do it for me
Oh.
when you roll on here. So it's max. It's max without the modifier, right?
Yeah.
Let me take one away. Baby, come back. Okay. So 6.
Shut up.
So it's 13 total
Nice.
damage, and then I'm gonna hit with my offhand for 14,
That
hit?
does hit.
Okay.
Yep. Damn. That just hits.
and then additional 5, and that's all fire damage.
Alright. Make a dexterity saving throw. As you hit it. Oh wait, no, you're not hitting it physically. Yes. Good job. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And because I did, so if I step of the wind and I get extra movement, So I can double move, but I don't use all the movement. Do I still have movement?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Because I was here, so 5, 10.
Yeah, it still counts at all. See? That's pretty great.
Oh, it does. So yeah.
If your speed is 40, you have a total of 80 feet. Yep.
So I can go back. I will go back, and then that means I gain more temporary hit points when I end my turn.
Yay!
How many
Yeah.
temporary do I add?
Let me roll. 5 plus 3, so 8.
Very nice.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Come
Good
at
job.
me.
See, you don't even need
biatch.
us.
Connor, it is your turn.
Sinner never doubted that, but
The elevator is not back up yet. So
Fair enough.
we'll just wait. Coben.
oh no, it broke.
Oh
Reload.
My snap.
no! Press get out of the full screen. And then hit refresh on the browser.
Baby, come back.
Let me just check OBS. Yeah.
And colorful curtsies.
Alright, go ahead and full screener.
I'm a full screener. Can't see
screener.
nothing.
Oh,
There we go.
Coben, make a constitution saving throw as the elevator lands and opens and gas fills your chamber.
Gonna die.
Ooh, I hope it didn't fit through that.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, he opened the door.
Go to black.
She pushed the thing on the
That
side.
one.
Okay.
So there's a 5-foot opening.
But natural 20.
Woo!
Nice. Alright, so you don't take any damage and you're not
For
poisoned.
now on, Jesse, you're just gonna have to call.
You manage to hold your breath just in
I
time
can't
as the
roll it
doors
myself.
open,
But
and you have your turn, so you can move, take an action.
Your torch is where, like, you know when my hawk died?
Mhm.
I would assume you would drop it because of the quick reaction and then you instantly went to attack it.
Oh yeah, it's like laying somewhere next to.
I think it's like by,
It's next
kind
to
of where you're at
Andy.
right now.
so I can see in the room. Very
Yep.
decent.
Yeah.
You can see
Can I
exactly
see
what
where
you're
the
saying.
gas is coming from?
It's coming from all of the walls.
Yeah.
This
There's
whole
little-
chamber. There's like little holes that are just pouring in this
chamber?
gas. Yep.
How
the-
how wide is the chamber?
Each square is 5 feet, so it's about 20 by 20 feet ish, roughly.
Okay, so say I used an AoE spell that had 30 feet. Could I hit all the holes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use the ice knife.
You're gonna try to plug up the holes.
Yeah,
with
with ice.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then let's see.
Because I'm pretty
Clever.
sure it has an AoE of like 30 feet or something.
It's
Each
Oh,
person.
Sort of.
it's. I don't think it's an AOE though.
No, it has a it throws a knife and the knife hits and then,
and then
it
it targets
shatters.
each creature within 5 feet of it.
Of where it hits.
Yeah,
so
where
you'd
it
only
hits.
be able to hit like a maximum like 15 by 15 foot radius.
Yeah.
Good,
cool
good
idea,
idea.
though.
Is it continuing to leak out?
Yep.
Okay. So it's stupid.
And so the thing just got moved,
Yeah.
but it's still there.
Yeah, so there's like these breezes that keep the gas from pouring into the hallway.
Yeah.
From the little statues. These little statues are pushing out like little breezes. So it's being kept like in this area,
Okay,
and it's just kind of building.
but what if I tried to plug the ones on top of the pedestal and I got on top of the pedestal, the gas still reach like the very top?
There are a lot of holes, and you'd probably spend a few minutes trying to plug them. So
Does he see any mechanism? Well, you don't even know what happened.
yeah, I mean, you can make an investigation or perception check to try to find like maybe a shut-off switch, or like try to find out what's causing it.
Yeah, because I mean, he would be aware from his vision with the hawk that the
room.
pedestal's been moved. There
Yeah.
wasn't gas originally.
Okay, so then I'll try that.
Yeah.
Now
So-
I'll check, would that be investigation?
Yeah, or perception, and this will be as your action too. So you taking the time to.
Well, I'm proficient in perception and that's plus 2 subjects.
Okay.
You got this.
Oh boy. Oh, natural 20 again.
Nice.
Hell
So
yeah.
very clearly, you see that where the base of this stone slab was is a now convex. So a pressure plate has been lifted up where the thing was sitting on.
Huh.
So you think enough weight put on that, pushed down, will stop the gas from pouring. So the pressure plate is
Well,
about right
I'm
here.
wearing heavy armor and I'm pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try and move. Is it on top of the pedestal?
Yeah, it's like a pressure plate that's right here.
Beneath the pedestal.
Beneath the pedestal.
Yeah,
Pedestal
well,
was
it's-
on.
Where the pedestal had been.
So you have to stand on it.
Yeah, okay, then I'll fucking get my fat ass up there then.
Alright, so go ahead and move your character.
But that looks like
Alright.
it's still within the poison field.
As you, yeah, it is. So as you step on it, you are a fairly heavy and big guy, so you feel the pressure plate slowly kind of click, and the gas stops. You think as long as there's pressure on the plate, then there's no more gas.
Okay. Nice.
So you have stopped it. And you see that, and as you've come out of the tube, you see the doors closing and beginning to rise back up. Still not quite there yet.
That son of a bitch. As soon as that tube is there, I get in.
Okay. Does Starlight do anything?
Oh, so you have 7 temporary hit points.
And I take Connor with me.
7 temporary hit points.
Because you're in his zone.
Yep, you feel
Envy.
twilight stars just wafting all over your body. Little
When-
fairy kisses.
Told you I had a plan.
Envy, it's her turn.
As Cinder ran back around the corner and kind of like
We didn't know
slowed
about
to a
this.
stop, she would have looked at you, Envy, and basically just been like, "We have to stop that thing before it gets away."
Technically, I didn't.
Okay, so I want to run ahead to around the corner.
You have a controller. You have a controller. You can.
Oh,
do
the
it
music
yourself.
went away.
Yeah, the song from like Star Mario.
Yeah,
when you have the star
exactly.
going. Okay.
You'll get the battle music.
And allies and other tokens, by the way, will automatically count as difficult terrain. So if you want to, when you walk through them, be aware.
How many temporary hit points do you get?
7.
Nice.
You're just gonna move forward. Oh, there you go. Got it. Is it on yet?
That's still blinking.
Here's 30 feet.
Oh, I can't see it though.
You sure can't.
What if I go up?
That would be 35.
no, I said up. Up forward. You see that in the corner?
T natural 20. then.
You could not. No.
Because you technically 30 would be here.
Yep.
Okay. Oh wait, right there then. Because
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Are you gonna hold an action or anything?
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold action just in case it peeks its ugly eyes around the corner.
Okay.
Chase this thing down. Chase it to the inside.
Okay. Cinder, it's your turn. As you approach this hallway now that you're not in such a rush or giving chase, to the north in this area,
Uh-huh.
you see strange patterns on the ancient stone floor. And it looks kind of fuzzy, almost moss-like. And you do have a light source, right? Yeah. So you do see color.
I don't have a light source.
Oh, you don't.
I dropped it. It's actually sitting right in front of Corbin.
Oh,
Do you have
Because I've been dual wielding my stuff.
right.
Yeah,
do you have your own torches?
My
Just put a light source here. Then.
yeah, my controller disconnected.
Yeah, I know. It's. I'll fix that next game.
Or can you get one
So did
from
mine just now.
Can you get one from her?
We really don't need it
Mine
because
is disconnected as well.
we have dark vision.
Oh shit. Okay. So where would you like to move then?
Well, I only had 5 more feet of movement.
So you want to move?
I'm trying to find it again.
Okay. Yeah.
So
there's 5 more feet of movement. You don't see it anywhere.
then I'm gonna double move.
Okay.
I'm gonna move until I see that.
Okay. And as you peek around the corner,
Fine. Great. All my movement. Maybe I have a bonus action. I don't know. Do I have anything I can do as a bonus action? Let's see. Bonus actions. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. I'm gonna look at it with
Yeah.
anger. Because I have no more key points either. Okay, stand my turn.
Yeah, you notice that its eyes lock on you, but then like turn the other way, like looking up north, and it looks apprehensive. Like it doesn't want to go that way, but you've caught it in like a corner. And then it's gonna be
Maybe we should talk.
Connor's turn. Connor and Valeth.
I do. I know. I say that to it.
Okay.
If it's gonna act sentient,
You said that in common?
I say that in primordial.
Okay. Some sort of thick mucus like slime kind of closes over the eye, almost like a blink, and then it kind of sloughs off. You don't think it understands you.
Can I say it again in Elrond?
Sure. Yeah. It doesn't seem to understand you.
In Dwarvish?
Nope.
In Common?
Nope.
It's all languages I speak.
Valeth and Connor, the elevator has
Sign
appeared.
language?
Arrived.
Yep.
Well, on my
Motion
turn,
PI?
we jumped into the elevator.
I blink at it.
So you guys
So
both
we're-
jump.
We're down at the bottom now.
No.
So here's the thing, yeah. So you just hop in it, and because there's two of you, it's very heavy. I need to
Oh
roll.
god, did we break it?
Oh my god.
It's not that heavy.
So as you cram inside, and
We're both two lightweight arbors.
as you climb inside, and the glass closes, you hear as it begins to lower this, and then. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws as it plummets to the ground.
I told you guys to stay up there.
Some 30 feet below.
It's just not meant for two people.
It's very old.
Shush.
Dexterity saving throw, huh?
Dexterity saving throw, yes please, as it crashes.
23.
23? Okay, that's good.
Ooh.
Oh boy. What'd you get, Connor?
Let's find out.
Told people not to go down, they went down. Told people not to go down again, they went down.
You're bad at communicating.
15.
Okay, so you both succeed. That's gonna be 5, 6, 7, halved. So you both take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Coben, you hear a
I probably see it.
yeah, and you see coming from about 30 feet above through the hole in the ceiling, crashing down. You would think it would smash into pieces, but instead it just lands very hard, and the whole glass tube shatters and cracks and leaves these jagged kind of large pieces attached and shatters to the ground. And you will have to find another way up that shaft. But you both are down there. So that was your turn, Connor. Coben, it is
If you really need to punch somebody to get that fly hop, you can punch me. Oh, actually, you could punch him.
No, you can't, because then I'll release all the poison gas.
Coben, it is your turn. You feel the crash and you kind of jolt.
She doesn't get to
And-
move you to punch you.
What do you do?
I can't move, so I mean...
He's just moving there.
You guys are standing in the poison gas trap room right now.
The fuck?
I just saved you.
Yeah, and you just saw Cinder just like bolt
Told you
around
guys
the
not to
corner.
come down.
Well, you guys didn't, but he did.
Well, I didn't know it was gonna fucking break.
Valeth, it is your turn. Step carefully.
Do not move me, or the poison will come back.
The shattered glass is
I'm
All
standing
right.
under pressure, please.
the shattered glass is very sharp.
Okay, I'm going to get away from the shattered glass.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's going on down here?
That would be yeah.
Why? Wait. Why did it go? Oh, that's 30 feet because of the where I waypoint.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, that's your move action. Yeah, you had just seen Cinder run down the hallway
Well, where
and
the hell
down to
did
the
she
left.
go?
Yeah, I don't know. She's in darkness, but there is a lit torch at your feet.
Well, that's good. Oh, these are cool statues.
That would be a dash if you wanted to move back there.
No. I'm just looking at the statue. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
If you touch them,
Don't touch them.
Do you want to do anything for your action?
so much bad.
I guess I will, I guess I will continue to move down.
Okay. You do that as a bonus, as a rogue. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Go down and to the left.
However,
That's where the-
to your right, up
Yeah.
here, you do have a lit light source. There is a fuzzy kind of carpeting along, like a natural
is that?
mold, and it looks like it's like a dark brown, like a brown mold.
What did you say, Andy?
Oh, I was just telling her, like, down to the left, that's where Cinder went. That's where the thing went. I don't know what's
I'm going.
Eyeball justicles.
You can hear her talking in multiple languages coming from this direction. I don't know what she's saying. Well, you probably speak Elven. Do you speak Dwarvish?
I would understand Elven.
Yeah.
And
She's trying to parlay with something in multiple languages.
You basically hear her say, "Perhaps we should talk," several times in different
Okay,
languages.
I'm gonna. Basically, my speed is 90 because I can move,
Yeah.
dash, and then
And then move.
move again.
Yeah, it should still be counting. So you're at 85.
You're 85 forever. There you go. Oh, because it's trying to move you through a wall because you're not moving the wave thing. You have to do a waypoint.
To
Just
go
navigate
around
the corner.
that wall.
Because, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you peek around the corner. Cinder, you see the torchlight kind of illuminating the
Are you
area.
okay?
And you see Cinder
And
communicating.
that's all. That's fine.
Yeah.
To the south, you both would see.
I punch you as I ran past you.
To the south, you peer into a large opening that seems to have a stone bed with a huge statue above it, but you can't really make out many details.
I'm here to help you, and I'm helping you by saving your damn life.
And that will be Starlight's turn.
Starlight's going just to chill.
Okay, Envy.
Do I have to tell you if Starlight has temporary HP?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You can keep track of that.
Okay, I'm going to go down there to the left. 30 feet.
Did your controllers turn back on eventually and connect?
I think I did, yeah.
Okay. Let's start a fate there.
Alright, then probably go ahead and do a double move.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself.
Oh,
And I will move Starlight with you. So you have a total of 60 or 45 right there.
Okay, keep going.
Boop.
Is that my double move?
Yep.
Okay. And then
And
I
you
will-
have an area of dim light, so which seems color to you because you have dark vision of your Starlight. And you see this statue clearly now, and it's missing its head. It's crumbled. Pieces of its face and its head are laying on the ground in debris, but otherwise it looks like it's a bed, like a stone bed, where somebody would sleep. Otherwise, the room is featureless. This area right here in this little alcove looks like it would have once been like maybe like a water fountain, but it's completely dried and kind of mossed over with like moisture and mold and all that kind of stuff. And as you came through this way, you did see this brown mold from up here.
Okay.
So, okay, that's the end of your turn. The eyeball's turn.
Starlight needs to come in.
Oh, yes. There you go. The eyeball is going to.
I blinked at it slowly. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a cat now.
I don't know. It blinked at me, then blinked it back at it. The most I can communicate.
Make a con save. This actually
It's a
might
thick
be a wisdom, actually. Oh, no, it's gone.
19.
19, okay.
Nice.
So another green ray kind of pierces out toward you, and you feel your body seizing as if it's trying to paralyze you, but you succeed.
She just like takes a deep breath and just like looks at it.
Yeah, and it's going to attempt to flee through here. 20, 30.
I can see that that's also covered. Like I can see from my mouth that that's also covered
Yes.
with mold.
Yes.
Would that be a nature check?
Yeah.
19.
The fuck just happened?
I got the sense, like, Cinder gets the sense that this creature is hesitant to go in there, like there's some sort of danger.
Yeah.
And then seeing that with this mold that's on the ground, now that she's actually had time to really look at it, she got a 19 on her nature check.
So this could be, with the 19, this could be either brown mold or yellow mold.
Okay.
Brown mold is known for taking the heat from the environment
Mm-hmm.
and making things very cold, and it will attack heat sources and deal it cold damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cold damage kills it. It could be yellow mold, which is exactly the opposite. Yellow mold, as it ages and gets thicker, looks brown.
Mm-hmm.
And new brown mold can look yellow. So you're not sure.
Does it feel cold in this area?
Not from where you're at, but not particularly. It actually all seems to be a very similar ambient temperature. And now that you think about it, that might be part of the construction. You're not sure. You'd have to get closer to see if it's colder over there. If it were yellow mold, it would feel hotter over there.
What if you slam it down into the mold?
Cinder, it's your turn.
What if so you said that it eats, if it's yellow mold, it eats heat. No, if it's brown mold, it eats heat. If it's yellow mold, it eats cold.
Yep. And you kill it with vice versa.
How do I just do this?
If you had gotten a 20, you would have been sure of which one it was.
Only I'd gotten a natural 20. I don't know what that cantrip does, or what that spell does.
Oh, what about your water arms? Can you, like, slam it?
Water arms? What is she,
Can I
Avatar?
attack it? I can have water arms.
Okay.
So
Shut
yes.
I remember her water arms.
It's pretty epic.
Oh wow.
Spaghetti arms.
Oh wow, that's really dumb. I didn't know I could do that. Okay. Well, I think I can create like a spell. Do I have to have a thing? You know, I'll just take out. Fine, I take out a torch.
Yep.
And I light it with my elemental attunement, and I throw it over to the mold.
Okay.
And at the same time, because I remembered that I could do this, I look over at Valeth, and I wave my hand, and her torch that she's holding doubles in its brightness.
Oh.
And doubles the range on it. Because apparently that's something I can do.
Oh.
That I just discovered.
Okay. You could have done that last
I can
game,
also
too.
change the color of it. Yeah, apparently I can. I never actually read what Control Flame did.
For sure. So, as you toss the torch toward the mold, the torch almost immediately gets sucked out. And you see this mold grow exponentially.
Oh, whoops.
And it completely covers this whole portion of the hallway in a thick, dark brown, mossy kind of mold.
It is brown mold.
Wait, I thought it was yellow mold.
Nope. Because it ate the heat.
Yeah,
It would have died if it was yellow mold.
And yeah, because it consumes so fast, You do feel a slight kind of cold chill kind of push down the hallway, and then it returns to ambient temperature.
Yeah, I think she like takes a step back, and she looks over you. We shouldn't pursue it. This is brown mold. It will suck the heat right out of you.
Does it now suck the heat out of the flying eyeballs?
You can't hear me.
Is that the end of your turn?
You're way in
far
the other
back.
room, I think.
Cinda.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So now it is Connor's turn, and we go all the way over here.
You hear
Connor, it's you and Coben in this room, and he's just standing on a plate.
And it's dark.
I'm pretty sure you heard me when I said you just.
to do?
What?
What to
I mean, I could just step off the trap and kill you with poison gas.
After I exit this chamber, I could, out of game, I'm saying this, I could cast Hold Person on you and just push you backwards.
But why would you do that to someone who just saved your life?
It's true.
Oh boy. What are you gonna do, Connor? for your
That's no
turn?
different than making someone grovel.
Oh, low, low.
One time.
It's true.
Alright, I go towards the end of the hall.
So you're 30 feet?
Yep.
You want to take a double move?
Yep.
60 feet. That'll get you there. That it?
Yep.
Coben, what do you do?
Like when I started standing on the platform, did the whole platform go down?
Yeah, the whole pressure plate's down.
I was like, I literally just walk. I don't have to squeeze through a hole.
Yeah, the thing's been moved out of the way so people can get through. It's technically like it's off to the side here. So
Yeah.
the map doesn't show it because it's a fixed thing, which I didn't think about. But
Does
It's
the
like
gas
there
come
was a box
instantly?
what?
I don't know if the gas comes instantly or what.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was.
Hold your breath.
Oh, what if it just
You're a big, strong fighter. You can take it.
This torch that's been laying on the ground is getting dimmer as it's
yeah,
not
it's
getting
probably
enough
safer
light,
the
so
torches. What if
it's
it's
dimming
trying to
down.
jump to the torch?
Yeah, you could just jump,
Yeah.
or you could grab
Get
and
out
move
of there
quickly.
fast or something.
Yeah, just walk.
Honestly, you could just move your 30 feet and you'd get out of there in time. I mean,
Do you
because it
pick up-
doesn't go into. You saw that it doesn't go into the hallway.
Yeah. Do you pick up the torch on your way?
Yeah, I don't know how much time I have left on it though.
Just leave it.
I just grabbed it.
Okay. You grab the torch, it lights right back up.
And this is 10 feet.
Okay, 25, 30.
Okay.
Your torch flickers a bit with the wind from the statue.
And then the gas starts filling up again.
It sure does. As soon as you exit, you see it. Oh, where'd it go? It fills up the room almost instantly.
But it doesn't leave.
It does not get you because you are.
Does
Out
the
of the way.
door close?
There's no door.
Yeah.
It's a big stone slab that was
Yeah.
moved.
Does that?
It was literally a big stone block that was moved. It wasn't a door.
Not that we can go back that way.
Yeah, like the elevator's broke. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
About
I
some
don't
people
know
are
about
probably-
that yet.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But you guys
Yeah,
probably heard
Cinder's
it.
like down there, like, yeah, we should probably return to the elevator.
So that was your double move. That's it, right?
Yeah, because I'm not attacking anything or anything.
Bailiff,
About the elevator.
it's your turn. Bailiff, what do you do?
It might be broken.
What do you mean broken?
I mean, it's broken.
How did it break?
We can talk about this later.
Well,
we have time.
perhaps
We have time now.
There are-
So we don't know where the eyeballs went. So we're not pursuing them. So we're just.
no, they gave up.
So what about the elevator?
They're the red lantern might be down here.
Ooh, yeah. We should look for the red lantern. So I want to look in this
There
area.
are doors over there. I point to the way I was over. As long as you don't touch the moss.
So that is your movement if you move back up there.
Well, I'm
That
just
is your 30 feet.
okay.
You're where in combat?
Or you wanted to go down there and look at the.
No, I wanted to. I mean, if we're out of combat,
We're not out.
We are
We're
not
not
out
out
of
of
combat.
Cinder is telling you Oh, it's gone. It's all fine.
My controller literally like disconnected and then reconnected. So
Yeah,
I
mine-
apologize.
that's
mine
annoying. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know where I was.
If you drag a little bit, it'll show you. You started right there.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go back where I was.
Yeah, and let me go. Let's see. Let me go forward a turn and then back a turn. It should reset your speed.
So it sure didn't, but that's
Oh
fine.
well.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's 30 feet.
Yeah, and
Where
so
does
you
the moss start?
The moss starts right
because I grew it,
here.
it's very close to that door.
Yeah.
But you can still get to it
In
without.
fact, I can draw you.
Yeah. I want a mouse.
It's all covered in moss.
I thought it expanded.
It did.
That's where
It
it
did.
expanded. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, smaller than I grew it. Hey, did that damage the ice more? When I grew the moss? Like fed it?
No, but it will be damaged on its turn.
I'm gonna, okay, so basically I'm gonna move my 30 feet, and then I'm gonna dash, and then...
Open the door.
open the door.
You see a very ancient
Toilet.
toilet. It has not been used in thousands and thousands and thousands of
Anybody needs
years,
to go.
but it is actually in perfect working order. As a matter of fact, a faint, kind of nice, cool breeze kind of comes up from the toilet,
Oh, I don't like that.
but it has a very sweet, pleasant smell, like it's been enchanted to smell nice. And it's still working.
It has an active bidet.
Yeah.
Air bidet.
I feel like you put that there just for you.
Okay, that's my turn.
It looks like
Cool.
an air bidet would work.
Envy.
I think it would just
Jet stream?
blow dry the shit.
Blow dry it off.
It turns you into like shit dandruff.
It's like a pressure washer.
Oh.
Is there anything else in that here?
In the room, yeah, you see that broken statue, that bed. On the statue, you'd have to get like a little closer to like inspect it,
I'll do
or
it.
like take your turn to like look at it.
I'm gonna take my turn.
Okay.
Because I don't know where the thing went.
Okay. Yeah. So carved around its neck is an amulet. It's not an actual amulet, but it's carved.
Yeah.
So its head is broken off, right? And the amulet is a perfect circle of many like air glyphs. Do you speak primordial?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it looks very similar to like the kind of signet or style of the other glyphs. Like it could be a name, but again, you don't read it.
Okay.
But that's it. Otherwise, this room is completely empty. It is bereft of things.
Okay.
So there's your
Okay, here.
move. Yeah.
And that would be my turn.
Okay. It starts its turn somewhere.
Ew.
Oops. That's not. Oh, know that.
Only there was still water in that fountain.
Do you need water?
All right.
Yeah, it would be nice to help.
We are now out of initiative.
Did it die?
Lurker in the dark.
You don't know.
Pretty sure it died.
So we are out of initiative now.
Did it die?
We are going to need to wrap up.
Okay.
So that's great. You guys killed the elevator. It's great.
Oh my
Sure
God.
did.
So after crashing down into part of this cairn, this tomb, you're left with the flickering of your lights, magical or otherwise, and you don't know where that creature went, but there is a strange stillness down here that permeates. And when we pick up, we will be right back here. So,
Thank you for hanging out.
thank you for hanging out. It was a long meeting.
Yay! Sorry, I broke the elevator.
Yep, we broke the
You can't even
elevator.
admit to it.
I wonder
Never
how that
stop.
possibly could have been avoided.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's all fine.
Goodbye.